What up? What up? What up?
What up? Yo, I was late. It's my fault. It wasn't Cheeto this time. He was on time, y'all. I'm just letting y'all know right now. It's my fault. But y'all, hey, we are back. And hey, even though it's the off season, there's a lot of action going on, especially in Arizona. So, hey, but first, let's
the owners' meetings. The
owners' meetings.
Right.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on, man. But yo, Cheeto, what's going on, brother? All your job is to shine. I know. And you are shining, bro. How's your day going? How's your week?
I'm chilling, bro. Chilling. Went to my first Dodger game yesterday, so I was excited. Yeah.
Nice.
Although I picked the wrong fucking day. You know why I picked Monday and not Tuesday? Because of this show. I should have picked today because today's Yoshi bobblehead night, bro. I would be getting a Yoshi bobblehead right now. But no.
I'll go off eBay tomorrow.
Do you have any idea how much those things go for here in LA?
Well, you make all the big YouTube bucks now. What the fuck?
Yeah, right, bro. Pennies. Pennies.
Let him know. Let him know. Hey, Jeff.
This shit went up 20 cents.
How's your week been, my brother? I know that you had a kind of like what? You get like your 3-day hiatus from going on YouTube, and now you're fresh. You're all reloaded. How's your
I've been on vacation and I love it.
Bro, being on vacation when you're unemployed is wild.
He said being on vacation.
Wow.
Bro.
I love
Why's it gotta be like that, Cheeto?
Because when he told me I'm going on vacation, I was like, wait, the fuck? From what, bro?
In all honesty, I have spent Sunday, Monday, and all day today just working on prep stuff for Thursday night show with Nate and I.
Wow.
So,
I heard you're
I've
gonna
been
have
working my ass off for that
Thursday.
show.
What?
Huh?
I heard you're gonna have a special guest on Thursday.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of it, but Nate said yes.
All right.
Wow.
All righty.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, this guy's going to be on with us Thursday night. So yes, Thursday night it'll be Nate and I with special host Shooter Line is coming in with us, special guest.
Bro, that's going to be one hell of a show. One hell of a show. But yo,
It's been a minute since I've been on with Nathan. Yeah.
I wake up Monday and I'm watching Good Morning Football, right? Or was it to this morning? Well, it's either this
You watch Good Morning Football on NFL Network?
I do. I watch some of it, right?
Oh, okay.
And I'll be like, and this is what comes out. Let me give you guys a little clip here. And this is what the thoughts are on, Maxx Crosby leaves and he comes back.
They're still talking about that?
Yep.
Wow.
Let me see here. Is that working here? Give me a second, guys.
I'm enjoying baseball season while I can.
Is it just the audio?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah, no, we got strikes last time. I was
Yeah,
like,
big
this
time
is what
strikes
Jeff was
last
talking
time.
about. Because we had the podcast stuff from the Rush.
Well, if it's playing, we don't hear nothing.
Oh, you don't hear it?
No.
Yeah, you don't even have anything up, so I don't know how we can hear it.
Oh, it's usually like it pops in through my audio.
No, it's just
So,
for trying to
hold
be
on.
special. See?
Right? Hey,
What up, Alex? What's going on, man?
hold on here.
What's up?
Coach, that's why we don't watch NFL mainstream media. Hey, for real, man.
I think it's a gift.
Does that
It's one
work?
heck of a gift.
Yeah.
Christmas came early. I don't believe that they would have had the offseason that they had in terms of acquisitions had Maxx Crosby remained on their team the entire time, barring the trade. They picked up some really good players defensively. Jeremy Chin, Quay Walker, Nakobe Dean, Teron Johnson.
Jeremy Chin was here last year.
All that
Yeah, right.
fall, right? They got some aggressive, downhill, go-get-it type players. The identity of this defense is really starting to shape up when you look at their personnel. Now, they still have to put it together, obviously, right? We all understand that about the game of football, but we know one thing, their offense is going to be solid. They have offensive.
This is exactly the reason I brought this up.
But they have draft equity. They have 5 players in the top 102 picks of this year's draft. We understand they're going to take a quarterback. Who is going to be? I don't know. I know a lot of people are assuming it's going to be somebody, but we'll see if that works out that way. But these guys that they can add on the defense side of the ball. As an offensive-minded head coach that you feel fully confident in with that young talent, that young nucleus
It's
on offense,
anti, isn't it?
confident about the offense moving on. This is about the defense. And again, Maxx Crosby coming back with the additions that they brought in, veterans, and they have 4 other picks.
So he goes on to continue and talk about the 4 other picks they have. Guys, I want to know what your guys' take is on this take, because he's saying that our offense is ready. It's primed. It has playmakers.
Well, I think when you hear mainstream media, to Coach's point, talk about the Raiders, you can tell they don't know much about us. And the first thing he said, they got Jeremy Chin. Bro, that was last year.
Yeah.
Jeremy Chin wasn't even part of our free agents this year. Right? So that whenever I hear them talk about us or even our offense, it makes me kind of giggle because they just think, well, they're going to get Genty. They're going to draft Mendoza, right? Like, okay, cool. We're going to have a run game. Kubiak, young, bright mind. Cool, I get it. Be positive. I'm with that. But, like, to say that, oh, their offense is, bro, where?
Solid. He
Besides
said
Brock.
solid.
Yeah, solid. Like, where? It's still a process that needs to be built. Yeah.
I didn't know diarrhea was solid, but okay.
I wouldn't say diarrhea, but I mean,
Dude, we're pretty liquid right now out there on that offense.
Yeah.
We're anemic.
I mean,
Seriously,
we only
know
added
that.
one offensive lineman in center, and it's like all of a sudden the O line is fixed now. Like, when did that happen? Oh, they got the new coach now. He's gonna fix it. Okay, that's cool. That's what we want to hear. But can we hear it? Can we see it on the field first? You know? Yeah.
But yeah, there's more.
How about mine's on vertical only? We all are.
I only
no,
saw
you-
one option. I didn't see the
Yeah, we're all
horizontal
vertical.
option. You didn't put the you didn't put horizontal. You only put vertical.
Yeah, I only put vertical on today.
I should have put both, man. Some people don't like vertical.
Oh, my bad, man.
Yeah.
All right, guys. But
Well, they can watch it on X or Facebook that way because it's on vertical. It's on landscape there.
hey,
Yeah.
so
Oh, I had to redo my Facebook. Totally forgot. Go ahead, Will.
after that, man, hey, Spy Tech comes on NFL Live and comes out with this. Oh man, come on! Don't tell me it's not playing for y'all.
Go ahead and solidify it right now. Are you ready to do that, or you want to wait a little bit here? You're going to have Mendoza come visit next week, it sounds like. So how would you describe just what it's like talking about this number 1 overall pick, and then how likely it is that it'll be Fernando Mendoza?
No breaking news today, and it's the question everybody wants to know. But I'll just keep saying the same thing. We've got a process. We're going to follow it, and we're going to make the best decision we can.
He does have a pro day this week. Do you plan on attending that pro day in Bloomington, Indiana? And what do you want to see from Fernando if you do go there?
Well, we will be there. I think it's prudent that we go to all the touch points that we can to see all the great players that are out there. And, I think at any pro day, you just want to see guys compete and show up and be there for their teammates and put their best foot forward. And I've been to a lot of great pro days in my career. I remember a lot of them, the best ones I've ever been a part of. Mostly when you go see these quarterbacks, they do an elite job.
It's a show.
It's a show, and it's scripted, and they know exactly what they're doing and where they're throwing it. And most of the time, you walk away being like, "That was a pretty good pro day."
I do want to ask though, because we were at the combine, and he said it in his media availability. He got a chance to FaceTime with Tom Brady during his 15 minutes with you guys, and he was just geeked out. He was so excited about it. That connection and having the greatest quarterback of all time, having an input in this thing, you have to think that's going to play a role in who the next quarterback for the next 10 years for this team will be.
Well, we would be a fool if we didn't use Tom and his expertise in that level to help evaluate the quarterbacks. And I think that Fernando's love of Tom's game and the fact that he was, that was his favorite player growing up is a nice side note to that too. But we got a big job to do here, and there's going to be a lot required of any quarterback in the NFL, and certainly a lot required of a Raiders quarterback, knowing who one of our owners is.
You're going to get to spend more time with him, right? But in your dealings with Fernando Mendoza and conversations with him, what about him makes you think that he can be a franchise quarterback?
Well, we've got a long way to go there, Laura, but I just love the way he competes, and there's a lot of guys on that Indiana team, and they didn't go 16-0 because Fernando was there. They've got a lot of great players. They're a great team atmosphere.
It wasn't just because of Fernando.
Wow, yeah, right?
What?
Damn.
And, it's just fun.
He must have know football because he doesn't know what he's talking about because it was just him.
I'll give you a hint.
There's a bunch of 1 and 2 star players. Oh, my God.
Maybe the coach hasn't watched enough film.
I could have sworn there were 2 idiots that kept saying that the whole year. Right, Jeff?
Yeah.
So, fellas,
What up, man?
That's man. I mean, like,
What's up,
hey,
Ravi?
obviously, hey, you know what I love? A lot of these clips, man. And I know that we always put in work, right? We always try to do our homework and try to give people the right information. Guys, a lot of these clips that are coming out are verifying exactly what we have been saying here for the past several weeks.
Right.
Hey, we need offensive line.
Man.
It wasn't just Fernando Mendoza.
Right.
They
right,
talk
right,
about
right.
the players around them. They
Mhm.
talk about, hey, you know what? We need more than just this.
Right.
Even though everybody's expecting us to go, hey, we're going to take Fernando Mendoza. He's going number one. Yeah. Bro, you never hear Spy Tech. You never see QBX saying, hey, he's locked in at number one.
Right.
They're saying we're doing our evaluation. We're doing our freaking homework. Guys, how does this offseason make you feel? I'm like, I feel like this year I feel more secure. As in I can say that Spy Tech is running the show.
Right.
I really feel like we have a boss in charge.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a game plan and everything going into effect. And a lot of things are being put into show. Not just like, hey, talk about it. We're being about it.
Right.
Jeff?
Right.
I'm going to start with you, bro. How do you feel?
From the team aspect and the coaches aspect, I feel like I'm on a nice, smooth road right now. From the feedback from fans, the chat, and just everything else, I feel like I'm in a giant rock tumbler. You know, like seriously, like it's so aggressive, it's so rough, it's so just like beating your head against the wall sometimes, just trying to talk to some people or just trying to get people to understand where you're coming from on your side and not just saying, hey, Mendoza. It's like big picture. There's more involved than just one guy here.
Right.
So from the team aspect, I feel like it's been smooth sailing so far. You know, we've pretty much gotten everything that we wanted. So we've been good at that point. But it's just the fans coming to grip with everything, I guess. You know, and some people put some real wild expectations in this upcoming season, which I think is just, don't do that. You're only going to set yourself up for disappointment at the end if it doesn't go that way.
Well,
So
I wouldn't say don't do that. Some of us like to stay hopeful, and if that works for you,
don't go
hopeful.
overboard, basically.
You know, yeah. Because I know yesterday, Mario MC Raider put up a post that he was getting pushback from fans about the over/under. I think they said 8 or 9 wins, and the majority of the comments that I read said like 8, 9 wins, 10+ wins, and there was like one guy probably that was like, "Dude, it'll be good if we get more than we won last year." And I was like, "Thank you."
That's where I'm at. Anything more than what we did last year is a bonus, in my opinion.
But to your question, Will, like I like the change that I saw. I wish I would have seen this last year from Spy Tech and company. Obviously we did it. The Pete Carroll effect. You had a guy who was proven, all that other stuff, you know. So they were letting him take the lead. We brought him in here, and then shout out to Peter Carroll, you know, for all he did. He got us the number 1 pick. You know, it wasn't just Gino. Peter had a lot to do with that and his boys. So before we all thank Gino, don't think it was never just Gino, y'all. It was Peter and his boys also. They're the ones who got it done for us. But getting us the number 1 pick. But I'm confident to see the way he goes about saying things, even when they bring up like stuff about Mendoza, right? Or even I think somebody in the chat earlier said, "Oh, he has the Raiders playbook." No, he doesn't. He can't have our playbook. That would be illegal. That would be tampering, right? What he did is he's working with Coach Brian Greasy, who's familiar with Kubiak's system. He's worked with Kubiak before, the language. But to say that, oh, he's got the playbook already, like, no, right? He can't have the playbook. And I like the way he's playing it, where we all know we're drafting Mendoza, but he's also leaving it out there that, hey, if you're willing to send us so-and-so or a haul for him, we might think about it, you know, if it's going to benefit us at the end, right?
Yeah,
and I like that he said that. And nothing's off the table. Basically. And he even goes on to say that about Maxx, right? I love having Maxx back. And I think they even asked him, like, does that mean it's never going to happen again? And he immediately said the NFL is constantly changing. It could be different from one day to the next. You never know. And that's a good way to answer it, right? Instead of saying, no, I'll never trade him. And then we wake up next week and he's a fucking Steeler or some bullshit, right? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I like the way he does that. And to me, I haven't seen a GM work like this since McKenzie. And McKenzie was just different. He had that whole demeanor to him with the big dude. Like it was just different, right? But to see Spytek go out there and do his thing, man, like I can appreciate it and I respect it. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you just go back to Ja Rader's comment? Because I mean, I get what he's saying, but we're gonna remember Tom Brady was
bring it up, Jeff. Bring it up so that way, if you guys get
Ja is the biggest Brady fan in the world, y'all. Shout out to my boy Ja. I get constantly reminded that Brady's.
I do too. He sends me stuff all the time. I love it. He's like my own personal insider. I love it because
yeah.
But the whole thing, though, is you got to remember Brady was labeled as head of football operations, so everything's going to go through him. So I mean, technically, that's not a bad thing. I mean, would you rather go through Mark? So
I mean, that's a better option.
If it's going to stop anywhere, it'll stop at Brady before it goes any further. So I mean, I'm not opposed to it, I guess, as much as I don't really like Brady.
But I guess the better part, or the other way to look at it, Spytek is here because of Brady. Brady wouldn't have brought him here or recommended him to come here if he didn't know he could do the job. I think a lot of people get caught up that every time Spytek does something, he's got to go like, hold on, let me check with Tom.
Well, the other thing I like about it too is it shows that chain of command, like that structure, like it's going from Kubiak to Spytek, then to Brady. There's no one jumping over Spytek and going to Brady or going to Mark Davis. They're following the proper chain of command, and I mean, how much I appreciate that. I mean, that means everything. So.
I'm not sure you can afford Loco, bro. Do they still sell those?
Oh, they do, bro. They do.
Well, that's a purple monster, bro. It's great.
But hey, y'all,
I got a purple monster. Get over here.
There's more to it, man. Spytek was out there putting in work, but then Kubiak was also putting in their work. We're gonna kind of mix it up. Kind of show you guys a little bit of everything that was going on. But hey, this is Kubiak's first questions. It's pretty interesting. But I'll play this for you guys.
I have a lot to learn about him. Got to get him on the grass with all the guys. That's what phase 2 is for. But yeah, I love the athlete. Yes.
Could you explain in detail why the center position is so important in your offense and lead into the decision to bring in Tyler Linderbaum?
Yeah, well, he touches the ball on every play, makes the line calls. He's calls protections. He calls directions. He makes dummy calls. He's the leader of the whole operation. Touches the ball before the quarterback gets it. He's going to be leading meetings. When the coaches aren't there. So what stands out about him is just obviously the film that he's put on is exceptional. He's a really really talented college player that's gotten better as a pro. Love his play style. He's physical. He's nasty. Plays through the echo of the whistle. Finishes games. He's been on a winning team.
Ooh.
Trying to bring
that
so that so we can be on that level and go win playoff games.
When you turn the film on with him, Clint, and it's a passing play, and he's 40 yards downfield blocking, is that almost like asking a choir for an amen for a coach like you and your style?
Well, hopefully he doesn't have to block for that long. We get the ball out on time, But
I like when he said that.
Who he is. The way his parents raised, he finishes. Plays the game the right way, and he's going to be a role model that we want our all players to emulate.
That was funny,
bro. The reason I brought that one up is because Tyler Linderbaum is one of the bigger signings, right? And I know that
Linderbaum.
You
call him Linderbaum.
Okay, Linderbaum.
Hey, bro, call him whatever the fuck you want, dog. We know who you're talking about.
Hey.
No, sorry, don't tell him how to name people.
Yes.
Obviously, Ravens fans were coming out and that guy sucks. You guys overpaid for him. You guys did all this. Jeff has been preaching about offensive line since the offseason began. We talked about how important it was.
When we signed since last season.
Jeff almost fucking thought it was Christmas when we signed him. He was like, Christmas came early. We got a little gifty gift. Guys, I want to know how important Tyler Linderbaum is to you guys and in this whole scheme. Right? As in saying, hey, I get it. One piece. We've talked about it. Or we've said, hey, he's going to be a great piece. He commands the offensive line. He does all these other things for him. But again, why is it that it's so important that you have that guy up there and it's not JPJ?
Whoa.
Right? It's not JPJ.
It's not a shot or at JP that he's not the center.
No.
And I think that's what I want people to think when we're excited about Lindenbaum, right?
Mhm.
And he's the smart guy. He's the proven veteran. So you want that. Since we got Kubiak, the first thing we heard, the most important piece on his offensive line was the center. That's what makes quarterbacks' life easier for the quarterbacks he's worked with because of the center. So what did they go do? It wasn't like, oh, JPJ can't do it or won't ever be able to do it. It's only his second, third year, man. Like, chill on the guy. Now they went to go get the dude from the Ravens and proven center, smart guy, big guy, tough guy, amazing pass blocker, right? I mean, run blocker. Gonna have to work on his passing, whatever. But it made sense because if that's the most important part of your offensive line, then you go get the best one out there if he's available. All right. And I think they did the right thing, right? It doesn't mean JPJ's bad or what are we gonna do with him now?
No.
You move him to guard. Hey, if Lindenbaum gets hurt, hey, guess what? You have a guy who knows how to play center that can be the backup so he gets better. And I like that about him. But to me, the whole thing with them having to get him, that's why I wanted to go get him. Not because I didn't think JPJ couldn't, but it was more about the fact that this was the essential piece that was always reported from the beginning in the Kubiak system, right? How has Darnold been able to not be so trash anymore? Well, they took a lot of the responsibilities away from him. The center did a lot of the work, a lot of the calling on the line. Helps your quarterback out, makes your life easier. So why not go out there and go get him, right?
Absolutely. And hey, before you start, Jeff, let's get a little bit on spy tech on Linderbaum.
This one guy out.
You mean Tyler Linderbaum will leave the highest paid interior lineman?
We did.
in league history.
And he loves
It's
it.
just to make that type of investment for a guy like that. Why was that so important? Why is the center's that position so important, like in Kubiak's offense?
Well, I think I would start just with the admiration and respect I've had for the player since I watched him at Iowa, and then you see what he's done the first 4 years in his career. I've made it no secret I love linemen. I have a special affinity, I think, for Big Ten linemen given my past. And when we really got to sit down with Clint and Andrew Janocko and Rick Dennison and the whole offense, it was apparent how much they valued a high-end center. Like what he could unlock if we were able to get him to come to Las Vegas, and the combination of competitive toughness and his intelligence, and knowing that like this is the one guy that touches the ball in every play, and whoever the quarterback is, he can take some of the mental load off of that quarterback, knowing that he's going to be well prepared and smart enough to handle it. And then a pretty special athlete too, not the biggest man that you guys will ever have seen when you get a chance to be, you guys got a chance to see him in the press conference, but what a phenomenal athlete, his ability in the outside zone to really run into space. You'll hear our coaches talk a lot about that, running into space, running off the ball. He's as good as there is in the league at doing that. And we're going to put a lot on the center. And so, maybe at a position where some teams don't have as much value or want to put as much of a premium on it, that's not us. We value that position a lot, and he fit us perfectly from that standpoint. And so we were gonna make our best offer.
When you turn on the film in the fourth quarter and he's pulling in 40 yards down the field, I mean, some of it even on passing plays, is that just for you and your background just like phenomenal?
It's special stuff,
Generational.
Just I don't want to give generational comments out too much, but just
I'm so glad he said that. Oh my God.
A lot of times is those explosive plays that end up being 40, 50-yard touchdowns. It's one person, and it very often can be a receiver or a tight end. But, in Tyler's case, he's willing to do it, and he can actually run that well too. And so, those are the plays that win you one-score football games. We've been sitting around here all week, and the league's been presenting. There was a record number of games, I think, last year was decided by one score or less. And so one person willing to do a little bit extra to create an explosive play, a touchdown, something into the red zone, can make a ton of difference in your entire season. And you get other people to watch what he does and what he's willing to give to his team. And then it kind of grows exponentially that way. Well, if he's willing to do it, then why wouldn't I be willing to do it?
So the reason I did that right before you went, Jeff, is because you played offensive line. I really don't think a lot of our listeners know what it means when they're talking about an offensive lineman running into space, taking that point of attack. Jeff, can you break that down for us and let them know? And I'd be like, really break it down what he's saying about Lindenmog there.
Well, and I know I've said this in the past too, that as an offensive lineman, there's nothing. Yeah, pass protection and pass plays are great, but there's nothing like a run play basically where you can actually open that hole up and still proceed further down the field. In all honesty, just watch some of our past games when JPJ's played, and you watch where he is when the plays develop and further down the field, whether it's a pass play or a run play, and you watch him. He's usually one of the first guys to whoever the ball carrier is, whether it be a receiver or a running back. So he's that type of guy also. So now you've got two guys like that on that line that are looking to hit somebody further down the field. They're not just wanting to stay back, make that initial block, and then just, you know who used to do that? Watch Parham. He would make a block or attempt to make a block and then wouldn't move. You watch JPJ. He makes that initial block. Once he knows the play's gone beyond this line of scrimmage, he's gone. Linderbaum's going to do the same thing too. He's going to make that same type of that move down the field to help open up holes. Because you don't know where that running back or that receiver is going. They cut back, and you happen to be in the right place, and you get a cutback block because someone's coming back this way chasing the guy. You just open up another hole for him. You gave him more space to maneuver around. So when you're as an offensive lineman, it's hella fun when you can come off that front level or that first level. And lay out somebody that's definitely smaller than you because it's fun, man. It's part of the game. That's what it is.
Yep.
You get one-on-one with a linebacker, forget it. He's going down based on your size versus theirs, But I just there's a couple of things that on the clip just before that they said about Linderbaum that I wrote down that I want to bring up. And it's a quote I've never heard before, and I absolutely love it. And I would use this all the time. He plays until the echo of the whistle, not just the whistle, but the echo of the whistle. So that means he's still giving that little extra just before he gets a flag type of thing. So that little extra that's like, hey, don't forget, I'm still here too. So he's a guy that plays all the way through the play regardless. And then the other thing they talked about I like too is the fact that they look at him as a leader. Like we always thought Colt Miller was that quiet leader. I think Linderbaum's going to be that vocal leader on the offensive room, for the offensive lineman room. He's going to be that guy that's going to be telling guys, hey, this is the way we're doing it, blah, blah, blah. He's going to be the guy that's going to be aggressive and be that leader, which is something we really haven't had on this offensive line for a while. As far as, as far as that true offensive lineman leadership that can pretty much be the coach on field.
Quiet. Yeah.
He is. He's a very quiet reserve guy. He's usually been a captain, but he's not in that manner.
Dude, trust me, I get it. 805 as a defensive back, I used to hate a pulling fucking guard coming right at me, bro. Like Jesus Christ.
you don't stand a chance,
Oh my God.
I get what they said about Linderbaum, and I love it. And that's when I hear them talk about how much they value him. Makes me feel even better that we went out and we held back nothing to get him. Because if that was their main goal was to get him, and if that was the only free agent move that they made initially before maybe something else, I'm sold. Because you know what? They saw a major need. They addressed it right away. They threw money at it, and you got him. So that's a major, major point on this offensive line that's going to help give stability going forward. And the fact that he's only 4 years in the league, he's been in the league 1 year longer than JPJ, so these two are still fairly young guys playing on that line. I love every bit of it. And you're right, Will, it was like Christmas for me when they finally made that announcement.
Yeah, Linderbaum wasn't mess with his second year, No. He wasn't told, hey, you're
exactly
third string guard right now,
Hey, Peggy.
Yeah, just so we can let 805's boy go out there and play some linemen, Like, no, fuck that.
Yeah.
Well, and I feel like the interesting thing is that it got more into detail on the offense.
That was a clip it moment.
Yeah.
For who?
For me, I'm talking about Linderbaum.
Yeah, you broke your soapbox on that one. Yeah.
Right. But I'm going to tell you something. The talk got deeper about offensive line. It started with Spytech. I'm going to bring those comments up. Thing takes forever.
I guess coaching, but when you look at, you were able to add Rick Dennison, a legendary offensive.
Oh, that's the wrong one. My bad, guys.
Yeah, I was like, please not Hondo.
Yeah, Spencer, but not tackle. Is that indicative of how you guys are kind of feeling about DJ and Charles Grant?
I think it's twofold. It's, you know, Colton obviously will be back. We're looking forward to him to have back, and DJ and Charles Grant for sure. But there aren't good tackles necessarily, and you know, you're not typically signing a guy that you're just going to plug in and play at left tackle in free agency. It's really challenging to do, and that's why you got to draft those guys and develop them and then re-sign them. I mean, that's the formula, I think. And so we looked at a lot of different guys, and we ultimately felt pretty comfortable with the 3 guys that we have in the roster are on the building right now. And then, you know, we've got 10 picks in the draft, and we have an opportunity to build on too, which to me is the best one.
So iTech feels like those young guys were the best option, the most bang for our buck in free agency.
Well,
and I get, he thinks that they're talented, and maybe it was the coaching, like we said, right? Maybe it was the coaching. Maybe it was Brendan Carroll not being able to bring these guys up to speed.
Well, it's hard to learn when you're watching YouTube tutorials on how to do something, right? Yeah. It's like when I watch Big Bang Theory and they tell Sheldon he learned how to swim by watching a video. Like, come on, bro. Like, no, you still can't swim. Like, yeah, you need to actually be in the water before you can swim, big dog. Like, yeah, no.
No, absolutely. And hey, this is what Kubiak has to say.
How do you feel about the offensive tackle situation for you guys with Colton, Charles Grant, and DJ Glaze?
Didn't you just play that?
I'm really excited about those guys. You know,
this is Kubiak.
He's going to get healthy here, be ready. Hopefully, you know, by veteran mini camp. You know, I think DJ is a really good young player. You know, we're developing Charles, so I think we got 3 guys that can play.
What do you think for DJ going to year 3? What do you think he needs to do to kind of like take his game to the next level?
Well, probably like everybody, especially on the offense, is just buy into this new system and just get familiar with it so that they can go play fast on Sunday, and that's our job as coaches.
So, Jeff, as we heard Kubiak, we heard Spytek both say, hey, I feel good about the guys on the offensive line. I know that you want to draft offensive linemen every round if we could. That's the way that you build, and I'd be like, we would pound the rock 100 times a game if you could.
You don't even need a quarterback back there that can throw the ball.
You mean like Darnold?
Yeah. Yeah. Or Shador, you know, any one of those guys. Just hand it off.
As Spytek and Kubiak come out, I know that you've been saying draft one everybody, and Kubiak's already going to said it. He said it. I love linemen. I'm going to draft one probably every year. Does that make you feel better, though, about the guys that we have playing offensive line and where we're at right now in our offensive line? Or does this still make you kind of uneasy?
I think it's
it doesn't make me uneasy at all,
bro. You still have to see it. We heard the same thing last year.
Yeah, it doesn't make me uneasy at all drafting offensive linemen. If we're going to draft one, I want us to seriously look at a left tackle for the future. That's how I'm looking at it. You know, I think we're right with guards. I don't think we're solid.
Shoot, imagine if Grant can end up playing left tackle, and then you have Colton that you could use as possible trade, right, to acquire.
That is a possibility, yeah.
Yeah. Then you got a younger guy, less cheap deal, right? A rookie contract. Bro, that would be ideal. Yeah.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you guys more, but I think, again, when we look at all this, man, I think all these young guys, they got affected by the coaching. I'll be like, honestly, I'll be 100% real. I didn't see one player develop last year. I did not see one player on this roster get better.
None?
I'll be like, Cheeto, tell me which guy you saw improve from one year to another.
I saw the rookies that got drafted once they got playing time. The O linemen, they got better with time.
I think they were all right from the start, to be honest with you, but they just, I don't know what the coaches were doing. I don't know. I would love to know what their actual game plan was in all this. Like, what were they actually thinking? What were the conversations these coaches were having that led them to put the players they put out on the field, especially
They were
on the
like,
O-line.
"Hey, Mark is giving us money, or let's just do our thing. They're gonna fire us, and they're gonna pick number 1 next year."
Yeah. And then we'll just mess with
You know?
those guys we draft too, and we'll fuck their careers up too.
Yeah.
You know, it's not for nothing. I mean, the downside is Glaze lost a year of his career, and so did JPJ with the way they messed with JPJ, especially.
The way
they didn't
mess with JPJ.
Yeah, they didn't do Brock Bowers any favors last year. He didn't have that great of a year. Granted, I know he was injured. You know, Genty was the biggest one to not benefit from anything last year. I mean, any other team he would have gone to, he would have broke 1,000 yards by week 9, 10. You know, with an average offensive line. Come on, with an average offensive line, dude, we couldn't even make a hole for him with a Mack truck.
By week 9, 1,000 yards is wild.
All right, 10 or 12 maybe. I don't know.
I'm just saying, bro. You're saying by the halfway point, he's already at 1,000. He's clearly on his way to 2,000. Like, relax. You heard Kubiak. I don't like throwing that word generational out there.
I'm just saying he would have been a hell of a lot better on any other team other than ours, based on how our freaking line was. We were horrible.
No, our line was bad. Our line was bad.
And it wasn't, and I'm telling you, it wasn't I don't think it was necessarily the talent. It was the coaches. The coaches just were not doing them any favors. None.
Jeff, I love it. Hey, man. And as we say that, let's get on Spytek and Kubiak talking about picking up the guy that Jeff really enjoyed picking up as a coach, Rick Dennison.
Oh, I love this guy.
This is Jeff when he hears about Rick.
Yes, coaching. But when you look at, you were able to add Rick Dennison, a legendary offensive line coach. How enormous is that for this team?
Well, I think it's great. It's great for Clint, because I don't know if there's anybody that knows that outside zone scheme and can teach it as well as Rico does. And
Yep. Sorry guys for
just real quick. That was one of the selling points for him coming here. Is if he couldn't get Dennison to come over with him, he probably wouldn't have taken this job. He said.
Oh yeah, I'm glad they gave him control to bring his staff, as he should. Yeah. Head coach should be.
No, like Dennison agreeing to come over. Is the whole thing.
I see.
Knows that outside zone scheme and can teach it as well as Rico does. And his track record is what it is. I think he's got 4 Super Bowl rings too, and everywhere they go, they run the football.
I didn't know
and protect the quarterback. And you know, there's a lot that goes into that. There's the scheme, there's the calls, there's the technique, there's the teaching of all of it, and you know, he's very well accredited in that space.
Obviously, you make the call on draft night that you're that guy. But how much do you, just because we're talking about Rick, I'm not looking at any players. Do you go to him and say, what are your thoughts on these guys as you're building your draft board? How much, or do you rely more on Clint after what he takes from the coaches? How does John Spytek do that?
No, we're going to have some great draft meetings next week with the entire coaching staff, and we'll have a chance we gave them a targeted list of players at each of their position groups to look at, and we'll listen to them rank all of it. And you know, ultimately, like you're right, it comes down to, you know, really, I think Clint and I making the best decisions we can for the Raiders. And you know, me knowing that he's talked to his staff and vetted it out, and Clint knowing that I've talked to, you know, the personnel staff and vetted it out, and try to find that really nice sweet spot where everybody agrees.
I'm circling.
Yeah.
The audio quality on that is horrible.
Oh, like it's probably low because of
It's I don't think it's you. It's just all the background noise because everybody around them and everybody's talking. They're probably doing it over.
No, it's an open desk, like open mic. I literally you see the interview when I was chopping it up. But he talks about how important Dennison is, how important it is to have a qualified offensive line coach to come in here and coach these guys up. Jeff, how excited does this make you, man? To have a guy that's quality, that is not a rookie head coach, that is not a guy that we're bringing from college, not a guy that is inexperienced, not a freaking daddy's boy coach that's coming in. Tell me the difference.
Well, the experience alone he brings and his knowledge of, you know, the position and everything, the fact that, you know, four-time Super Bowl champion as a coach. I think the biggest thing with him, he's old school, man. He's not going to handle these guys with kid gloves, basically. He's going to hold them accountable. He's not going to treat them like children. He reminds me of a type of coach that I had when I was in high school still. The type of coach that if you messed up, he's grabbing you by the face mask, pulling your helmet in close to him, and he's giving you an earful. He's a guy that knows different schemes. He's experienced with this system that they're going to run. That's the biggest thing right there. He's going to be able to instill this situation for these guys to fully understand everything. And I know people are saying, well, Linderbaum's got an issue on the pass block, and I guarantee he fixes that with him. That's going to be one of his first things, okay? He'll probably fix that. He'll get JPJ back on track. And this is why I'm also not done with Glaze. I know a lot of people are done with him after last season. I am not holding anything against Glaze from last year because of how the coaching was. I want to see what happens with a real legit offensive line coach now. This isn't Philbin filling in. This is a legit guy that's been an offensive line coach for years and knows what he's doing, coached some great offensive line units, and is going to actually put this together. Now if you do draft a rookie, that's even better because now you've got him there with this young kid right from the start, and there's going to be no tainting with this guy. It's just I absolutely love it. I think it's one of the best coaching moves we made, to be honest with you, bringing in a hard-nosed, no-nonsense type of guy. I love this move 100%.
Hey, Jeff, is he tough?
He's got that dog in him.
Does he have that dog in him?
Yeah.
you try like so hard to say any word but those words.
I know, because I hate those words.
I know. That's why I was like, oh, my God, he's trying his hardest not to say he's a tough guy.
Well, you know what? He is a tough guy. He's a old school tough guy. He's not a pansy. He's not that. Yeah. People aren't going to look at him and go, "Oh, he's got that toughness in him." No, they're going to look at him and go, "He's a tough old son of a bitch." That's what they're going to say. Which is what I hope people say about me. I'm a tough old son of a bitch. I'm not. I don't have that toughness in me, or I got that dog in me.
That's what Maxx says about Coach Leonard. That's what
he's got that dog in him.
No, that he's tough like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, he should be tough on them. He should. Yeah. That's what your job is as a coach. You got to motivate somehow. You can't just be like, "Okay, guys, good job." It's like, Jesus Christ. Everybody get an orange slice and let's go.
It was funny because they were talking about that with Max today about the coaches. And he was cool, but he was insane because he was always out there on the field with them constantly, like, whatever.
Yeah, he was trying to be one of the boys, and it just wasn't working.
Yeah.
All those videos of him wrestling and trying to tackle guys, that shit was so corny. I was over that day 2 when I saw that. It's like, dude, come on, man.
And it's funny because I remember once I got promoted to be the lead when I was on the ship, they told me to stop doing that with the guys. They go, Leo, like, Mendez, now you're this. You can't be wrestling with them like that. You can't be messing around with them like that. And I was like, they sent me through a whole leadership course, bro. And it talks about why you don't do that with them anymore. Because you even though you want them to like you be one of the boys, you're still in that leadership role, right? So you gotta have to maintain that distance. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
He's that old school guy that used to put naked posters on his wall back in. Man, remember when you would be able to do that, Kev? Jesus,
bro.
Hey. Man, had them lowrider models all over the wall. Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Vita Garrow. You guys remember Vita Garrow from Maxx magazine?
Yes, sir.
Woo. That girl was all over the wall back on the ship.
Hey, but this
shout
is
out to Vita
Garrow on our offensive line, man. Shout out to who?
Vita.
Offensive tackle situation for you guys with Colton, Charles Grant, and DJ Glaze.
Oh, I'm really excited about those guys. Colton's going to get healthy here, be ready. Hopefully, by veteran mini camp. I think DJ is a really good young player. We're developing Charles, so I think we got 3 guys that can play.
What do you think for DJ going to year 3? What do you think he needs to do to kind of like take his game to the next level?
Well, probably like everybody, especially on the offense, is just buy into this new system and just get familiar with it so that they can go play fast on Sunday, and that's our job as coaches.
Who is he talking about?
Our offensive lineman.
Oh, all right.
You know, so I'll be like, it looks like to me like Spytek and Kubiak are on the same page, guys. They're talking the same language. Every interview they do, they're repeating each other. I'll be like, literally, like they sound like mimicking each other. We're on the same page. We're all working together finally.
Mm-hmm.
There's no, one guy leading the ship this way. I want that. I want this. But the one thing that I did like, and I'll tell you guys right now, was that they talked about changing the culture.
Oh, don't we do that with every coach?
Absolutely. Absolutely. But this coach actually brought in and talked about the players. And he did it a little bit different.
Yeah, but real quick before you play it, I necessarily don't think that the culture is about the players, in all honesty. It's about bringing in the right coaches to help set that tempo and set that culture. And the players, either they buy in or they're going type of thing.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
That's where it comes from. The culture is not going to be set by the players. You can never let the players set the culture. You let the players set the culture, you're going to have an Antonio Pierce type of team is what you're going to have. You don't
Pete
let the teams run it.
Pete Carroll let the players do that shit.
The same thing, too. It felt even worse. Yeah.
But
it starts with the coaches.
Locker rooms. There's two types of locker rooms, Jeff. There's some that are going to be strong enough that they can do that, and there's some that are not strong that they need.
Yeah, but we're a young team, though. You can't expect
we are.
them to be the ones to do it. Yeah,
they don't even know what a culture really is at the NFL level for the most part. They're fresh into this. This all comes from the coaches and how they portray themselves and how they handle the players.
Right.
I can agree with that.
Or even the whole they need what did I see the other day? These players they bring in, they need to know what it is to be a Raider. You understand, dude? These guys are young that are coming in. They don't know the greatness that was the Raiders.
No.
Right? There's no history class for them to take to understand what it is to be a Raider. As far as they know, they're coming to Vegas, right? And they're going to create now what it's going to mean to be a Raider now. That's what they're doing. To me, that's the culture I want to see, especially now that they're in Vegas.
Yes.
They're rebuilding an entire, sad to say, but organization almost in creating a new identity. Because you can't be the 1970s Raiders anymore. It's illegal, right? You can't do that anymore. You can't do that. So it's
Tito, you're 100% correct. I'd be like, whoever came up with this thing of saying, these young guys need to come in and know what it is to be a Raider.
Right.
Bro,
they'll learn that the way Mark is. Mark brings the veterans. They
the alumni.
Yeah.
I'm 20 years old, Cheeto. When's the last time I've ever seen the Raiders win?
If you're 20, never. 2016?
Never.
You never saw them win.
So
you saw 2016 and 2021 playoff year? That was it? Yeah.
Bro, so you're asking a 20-year-old to, know what a Raider is. For him, a Raider has lost for the last 20 years.
Right.
A Raider doesn't know how to win. A Raider's only been to the Super Bowl with Chucky to get their ass whooped. So this whole thing when people
against Chucky, not with Chucky.
Against Chucky,
yeah, against Chucky. My bad.
Yeah.
But again, at the end of the day, Tito,
Will's trying to piss people off.
Right?
No, bro, it's facts. It's just straight facts. Nobody in the younger generation can say that we've seen the Raiders as winners.
No.
Bro, I was born the last year the Raiders won a Super Bowl. I'm 43 years old. I tell my son about how great the Raiders were. He just looks at me like I'm a moron. My son's 22. He's like, Dad, I've never seen your team win ever. That's Dad, I've never seen your team win. All I see is you watch the TV every year, every season, get hyped up, watch the games, get pissed off, and you guys are drafting again. And then
that might be where you're going wrong, though, see, because Noah's young, and Noah understands that we don't win, but he appreciates what it is to go to a Raider games, get together with other Raider fans, because I taught him that.
But
I explained to him, when you cheer for this team, bro, we're not the Chiefs. He was a Chiefs fan. We're not the Chiefs, bro. We don't have Mahomes. We celebrate beating him because that's how low our standards are right now. Where as long as we beat them, that's our Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
They celebrate not getting shut out.
Yeah,
You scored 3 points.
and that's what I had to teach him. Mind you, he still
Yeah.
goes through his up and downs. Like, damn, Uncle, we suck. I thought Gino was going to be this, and Pete Carroll's an ass. Like,
Did he say that?
oh yeah, dude, yeah, bro. I'll tell you.
I love it.
When I tell you they say I rub off on him when I'm not here to watch the game with him, they're like, it's if I was there. Yeah.
I love that kid. I want to meet him so bad, man. He just looks like he's such a fun kid to be around. Like he's got a little,
man.
he's got that thing about him. I don't know what it is. Like he's like a little ball of energy. He's hilarious. He's funny as shit.
Yeah.
See, and coach says these young players come to the Raiders expected to be treated the same as if they were playing on the other 31 teams. It's not going to happen.
No.
What do you mean?
That's where I question that, right? Where you say it treated the same way. Like
why would they be expecting
treated
to
differently?
How do we treat them differently?
Yeah. I'm like, my things is, I'm like, do we have higher expectations of rookies as they come in?
Oh, of course we do. We're Raider fans. We're delusional. Dante Thornton's Megatron, right?
Yeah.
Jack Best is Jacoby Myers' replacement. That's why we drafted him. And we
Mendoza's going to be the next Tom Brady.
Mendoza's the next Tom Brady. Yeah.
Oh, man. You guys are trying to piss off the
Those
are the things we tell ourselves.
Genty was the next Barry Sanders, Adrian Peterson, everything they said last year.
Yeah. If you look at the stars, when it moves to the left or the right, Genty's on the same trajectory as Bo Jackson was within its first 3.7 game. That's the kind of shit we say.
Yeah. You try to justify how great they really are when they really are.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean, and that's how we are, though. How many NFL fans know who Denarius Moore is?
Oh, I do.
Right? You do because you're a Raider fan.
Back in the day.
How many NFL fans know who Jacoby Ford is? Right? They don't know, but we know because they're Raiders. We glorify them as they were stars on our team. Maybe not in the NFL.
Man, there's some fans of other teams that don't even know who their past coaches were at one point.
Right.
You know?
Let me ask you this. And Cheeto just brought it up, and I'm gonna follow up on this. Why is it that Raiders fans glorify mediocre players?
Because I think to us, wearing the jersey means something. Putting on that shield means something. So if they're playing on that field with that shield, to us, it's like, all right, you're our dude. You're our fucking voice out there. So of course we're gonna glorify them when they do, even if it may be a mediocre career regarding the rest of the NFL. We remember those moments to us because we're that dedicated as fans to this team. Like I still remember Jacoby Ford's kick returns against the Kansas City Chiefs. You know, I will always remember them. Or Ronald Curry's catch in the snow, that one-handed grab like that, right?
Yeah.
And because I'm a Raider fan and the team means so much to me, I remember what these guys did to get us that victory or to get us wherever it was.
I'm going to say a name right now that he is so well known and so well liked in Raider Nation, but did not have like an all-star, superstar career with us. But everybody loves this guy, and I think he's awesome. I've seen him be interviewed many a times on podcasts, and it's always him and his wife, Jeff Barnes. Jeff Barnes is absolutely adored by Raider Nation. And you look back at his actual playing career and his stats, he didn't have much of a career playing wise, but he's a staple in Raider Nation. Everybody loves him. You know, they absolutely just love him to death. And I think he's an awesome guy. Him and his wife are awesome when they do.
When you meet them, they're not like, they talk to you like a normal person.
Yeah.
They love you for you being a fan of them.
Yeah, and remembering who he is. I mean, because you think about it. You're a player in the NFL. You have a short career.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't have the best of numbers and stats and everything, and you were part of a winning team. Okay, yes, you were there and everything. But when fans still remember you by name, by face, and you appreciate, I mean, that's huge to somebody like him.
Yeah.
You know, you name another guy like that on another team where they're still loved and adored, even though they were, they didn't have a great statistical career.
Yeah, you look at this Jeff Barnes, Stuart Schweigert out there in the social media YouTube world.
Yeah.
Right. Raider fans absolutely love Stu. All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh, my
just
Lord.
so 805.
Dude, Jay Schrader, Jeff. When I met Jay Schrader last year at the takeover, oh my God. Downest, cool as dude.
Hey,
It's
he's
like,
so
eh,
easygoing,
believe it.
man.
Yeah. I go, hey Jay, how much is it to get an autograph? $10. What the fuck? Here, give me more stuff. Lincoln Kennedy, same way. Lincoln Kennedy was the same way when I met him in Arizona. They're the same way. Yeah.
I will tell you, I've met Mark Van Egan because he lives in Rhode Island. I've met him a couple of times before he really, the CTE really started kicking in on him, and losing his memory and everything. He's one of the nicest, down to earth guys that I've ever met. You know, that you know, I haven't met a lot of Raider players in it, but he was probably one of the most genuine, just such a nice guy. You know, like my mother showed up that day because she remembers him when he played, and you know, he talked to her like as if they'd known each other for years. You know, players like that. You know,
Sacramento guy, Kenny Shedd.
Kenny Shedd is super.
Yeah.
Kenny Shedd met my girlfriend. I was playing catch with him in the parking lot outside of Ricky's. My girlfriend was so happy she was trying to keep the football, but they were using it for a promo they were running, so they asked for it back. Yeah, Kenny Shedd, bro. Kenny Shedd.
So, out of all these players that you guys have met, what has been the most pleasant interaction and the one that sticks with you the most throughout the years, or one that like you guys are like, man, that player was so badass to meet. I mean, like I can't wait to meet him again.
Oh man. For me, there's two. One I have to say because I met him in Oakland. It was Cliff Branch. We go to the Raider Image store, the one on Hedenberger or whatever, the power of what you said, and meet him. He automatically knows I'm from LA. I don't know why. He just knew I was from LA. And but he lets me wear the Super Bowl ring. Takes a picture. Tells the group that I was with, hey, take our picture. I didn't even ask him, can I take a picture? Coolest dude. Every time I met Cliff Branch, he was the exact same way, man. But obviously I can't see him again because he's passed on, moved on. But Cliff Branch to me was the one that made me embrace the whole Oakland Raider thing. Was Cliff Branch, man, when I met him. Yeah.
Jeff?
There's two that come to mind for me. One, I was absolutely ecstatic to meet him, and it was by pure whim that I met him, and that was Willie Brown, right here in Providence, when they came to back in 2014 to play the Patriots. I got to meet him, and that was awesome. That was amazing. And the other one that I've met and actually stood and talked to for a while is Phil Villapiano. I mean, I know a lot of people have met him and talked to him and everything. Oh my God, he's no different than anybody else that you're already friends with when you go to a bar. Right. It's exactly what he. Just pick your best friend and go out to a bar and just sit at the bar and talk. That's what he's like in real life. Right. You know, sitting there talking to me, and I bought him a drink, and we're talking, and you know, we were showing videos. It was a pregame party in New York, and he was there, Henry Lawrence and John Vella, and rest in peace, John Vella. And we were replaying videos from the 70s, and you know, it was one of those NFL films where they're interviewing him, and he's standing next to me, and all of a sudden his image comes up on the screen, and he's talking. He's like, "Hey, I know that handsome son of a bitch right there," you know, and he's going off, and as the play's showing, he goes, "I remember hitting that son of a bitch," and he's just, you know,
he's cool as fuck.
He's just a great all around guy, you know. Mm-hmm. So I those are the two that stick out the most to me is Willie Brown, just because of the icon that he is in Raider Nation. I mean, I don't know many people personally that have ever met him, you know, but meeting him and talking to him, and the fact that JT, my son, was with me and he got to meet him, that was like,
you named your son JT after the brick?
Huh?
You named your son JT after the brick?
Oh, yeah, right. It's Jeffrey Tyler, but we just call him JT.
Oh, okay. No, the other one, and it's going to sound like a fanboy. It's going to sound like oh, that's the cool thing now, but it's
Tim
Maxx.
Brown.
It's Maxx. And I'll tell you why it was Maxx, because when I
I'm
met him,
surprised you didn't say Tim Brown was the one.
because I didn't say much to him. I didn't talk to him.
Oh,
But,
he was in.
That's because you couldn't, because you were just so tongue tied and exceed.
That and he
was
didn't
so-
seem like he was open to having that conversation.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I can say
Yeah.
that. You're right. Like literally,
Mm-hmm.
bro. There's some situations where you run into the player and he's pumping out signatures and just taking pictures.
Right. And I get it. It's a lot of people. They showed up late. They were just trying to get us all in. But the reason I say Maxx is the story with Maxx is when I went to the draft in Detroit, we met some dude that worked with player personnel management. He told Mario that he knew Maxx Crosby. Mario was sharing about his sobriety story because we were all drinking, smoking cigars, and Mario wasn't drinking. So he had called Maxx, had Maxx leave a voicemail for Mario while we were there. Gave him his phone number, bro. I was like, what the hell? So then fast forward to when they trained out here in Costa Mesa. I went to the training camp with Mario. Everyone left. He goes, hold up. What's his name wants us to stay back. I forgot homeboy's name. I wish I remembered his name. He wants us to stay back. He's got something for us. Okay, cool. Bro, Maxx Crosby comes up and talks to just me and Mario. Legit, like that. Congratulates Mario on his sobriety. Starts talking to him. I thought I was just there observing. Then he stops, turns around, starts talking to me, appreciating how much we were there, stuff like that. Like to see a player of his, I guess, status within the nation to be so humble. I think that's what brought to me and making me like him even more, if that makes sense. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's why I have that picture with him. I'm right next to him and he's there without his shirt or whatever. Like, that's why I have that picture. It was from that training camp, Costa Mesa. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he still messages Mario on his anniversaries for his sobriety.
That's cool.
Dang.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's super dope, man.
What's up, Bishop?
The player for me that sticks out that I actually met, and it's funny because I was like fanboying and my wife was making fun of me, bro. She's just clowning me. It was
Janikowski.
No, bro, it was Lincoln Kennedy. Like,
no, Lincoln makes sense, bro. He's a cool. He clowns with you, bro. He likes to make fun of you.
Yeah. I'd be like, bro. I'd be like, he is a large human being, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, the first time I stood next to him, I was like, "Oh shit, bro! This is how it feels to have an eclipse. This is exactly what it feels like to have a fucking rhino right in front of you, just clearing the road, bro."
And his son's just as big, bro.
Oh,
yeah.
Really?
Yes. His son's only in high school.
Jesus.
Dude, they're like big enough that they block the sun, bro.
Yeah. But I didn't think was cool when he gave me shit about my intro. That's a cool intro, Leo, but I'm gonna need you to take out that traitor from your video. I was like, damn, like that leak. Okay.
And
oh man.
And that makes a huge difference. And the reason I was asking you guys that, man, is because, it's really unique for every single person, right? And the experience is different for everyone. I'll be like, bro, like everybody goes, like you said, like I'm sure some people have sat down with Tim Brown, had a great conversation, but the setting was different. The things were all different. But it all comes back, and we'll bring it back. Like I said, we were talking about the interview in the Raiders bed, is those guys, man, were culture builders. Those guys that we just mentioned, Phil Billy Piano.
Oh, fool was a fool. Yeah.
They brought culture. And they asked Kubiak about that. So let me give you guys a little clip.
Oh, wait, real quick before you do that. The thing with the culture,
mm-hmm.
The 1970s Raiders were so awesome. This was already in 2006, 2007 when I went to Oakland. Ken Stabler, as an old ass man, had groupies waiting outside for him at the headquarters, y'all, ready to see this man once again. And they had their 12 shirts. I love Kenny. Like, this man was still pimping with these Raiderettes, bro, waiting to see this guy again, man. Oh my God. Yeah.
All right. Raider Man says, that's a great story, Leo. I love it. Thank you for sharing.
Right,
I'm about to meet
Right.
Ken Stabler back in Oakland in Raiderville. While legends were signing autographs, I worked with the booth next to him drinking beers.
And they'll do that, dude. Stabler, Phil, Bolitnikoff. They will all just be chilling next to you, bro, drinking like nothing.
I'm gonna pull something up real quick. Look at the pants this guy has on. It's Ted
The Madden?
Hendricks.
Oh. What are those?
They're all cartoon characters.
Oh Lord, that's something
It
I
was
would.
at a Special Olympics event at the Civic Center where they, the sports carnival type thing. So they bring in like Muhammad Ali was there, all these different
Carnival?
athletes, and Ted Hendricks was there. So I went and got his autograph, and I took a picture with him. But look at the pants, and I'm
That's
6 even.
dope.
Look how tall he is next to me, and I'm 6 straight. Jesus, this was 80, 89, 90, something like that.
That was a
So
long
you're
time ago because you had a full set of hair, bro.
So you're 6
Yeah.
feet straight. How tall are you when you're gay then?
Slouched. How tall are you when you're
I got a
slouched?
curve to my back.
Yes, he said 6 feet straight. How tall is he when he's 6 feet gay?
Like 6 feet
6'7"?
even. Yeah, it's back when I had the dog in me and I was tough. That toughness.
Big luck.
Right. What up, Big Lad? What's going on, brother?
Yeah, my son looks just like me.
I thought it was your son, but then I was like, wait, no, it's not.
Nah, good looking kid.
6'6" gay. Oh my. Jeff never played football figure.
Yeah.
All right, man. Hey, like I said, they talked about culture. Those guys are culture builders. Let's bring it in.
Talking about Tyler, you talked about winning. He comes from a winning program. A lot of the guys you guys signed came from winning teams. Was that important? Was that something you talked about going into this and kind of building that culture?
It was, yeah. Accountable guys that obviously have produced on the field, coming from winning teams, guys that as that football is important to them. It's easy to say that, but when you talk to the people that have coached them, you've talked to
that dog in him.
Talk to their college teams, you talk to their teammates. What is this guy like when things get hard? Because there's going to be adversity. It's not going to be perfect. So you want guys that handle things the right way when it gets tough.
So they talk about bringing in guys that, when times get tough, that you want culture builders, etc. Guys, we've heard this dog and pony show before, like Cheeto said. I mean, like, we've heard this. But this is the first time in the offseason that I'm really going to say this, like, hey, like you guys said, Spytech has put a stamp on it.
Yeah.
Spytech brought in some dudes. He brought in some Jimmies and Joes. No hookers and hoes.
Good Lord.
We didn't go low class. We went high class.
Yeah.
So when we talk about the quality of player that we brought in from this season, and I'm only going to compare it to last season because Spytech only has 2 seasons. The quality of player that he was able to bring in this offseason, do you guys believe he did a way better job by bringing in a better quality offseason player as in free agents this year than he did last year? Go ahead, Jeff.
Can't go first.
Go ahead, Jeff.
I'm just going to read off this real quick, right? So, and this is where this kind of all ties in about the type of players that they brought in. It's where they came from. They came from winning cultures. They came from winning teams. So you brought in guys from Minnesota, Pittsburgh, Baltimore, San Fran, Seattle, Philadelphia, Green Bay, Indy, Buffalo. You brought in guys, huh?
Indy's a winning organization?
They have been. They have been. I mean, somewhat. But that's what they brought in one guy from India. That's probably out of all the teams of players that were brought in, that's the only one that was probably on the weakest of all of them, to be honest with you. So they brought in these guys that have been on consistently winning teams or have been in that upper echelon within the NFL, exception maybe Pittsburgh, but still. They brought in guys that have been on winning teams, and it's great. And we're not just bringing in a shiny name because of who he is and what he has been in the past. We're bringing guys that were current, that were doing some damage in the NFL recently, like just last season type shit. Guys that have played the game, know how to play the game, and played it at an extremely high level. So that's what makes me excited, is that they didn't waste their time bringing in talent where we're like, like look at the linebacker room last year that we brought in. Like we brought in a mishmash of different guys from different backgrounds that were either going to make it or not make it. Yeah, they were an improvement, maybe, not maybe. You know what I mean? This year, you look at who we brought in for linebackers, we definitely improved. I mean, didn't take much to improve on last year's linebacking core, but you brought in guys that made you go, oh, damn, that's going to be a good linebacker room to start right now with just those two guys being added into the fray. So I'm happy with it. That's where it starts right there. You bring in guys that know what it takes to win.
Cheeto?
Yeah. No Browns, no Jets.
I mean, you compare it to last year, absolutely. And Spicek said it himself. Last year he let guys go that maybe he shouldn't have. He let Spillane go. He let Chason go. Maybe those are guys you should have kept. Morig, to me, the price tag was still too high. We didn't bring much in free agency last year. Everybody was like, what the hell are we doing? I distinctly remember James being up here screaming and yelling that he's tired of signing depth. Right? 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 And he's tired of signing depth. He's tired of signing depth. And but yeah, to his credit, man. And I think that's why I didn't like when they asked him, like, if the Maxx Crosby trade wouldn't have happened, would he still have been aggressive? And he stood 10 toes down. Is that Max being here had nothing to do with what his plan was. He had his plan set from the get-go, with or without. Right? So he was gonna go get these guys.
Yep.
He was gonna go out there and get Walker, get the Quiddy Pay, get those guys to come in here, the Kobe Dean, and start building something here. And the fact that he did it with younger guys is what I like the most. No more paying these guys that are a problem on their team. They're a big name. Like, I know when Snead got released, right? Oh my God, radio, social media was flooded. Go sign him. Go sign him. They cut him. They cut him. Go sign him. We can afford him. Tyreek Hill. Go sign him. Go sign him. Like, I'm glad that he's not jumping on stuff like that. Like, he has his plan and he's sticking to it. And to me, it looks like it's gonna go good so far. Again, it has to translate on the field with the coaching. But yeah.
And that's where I'm with you guys. I could really see the moves last year. Like, you could really see who was in charge.
Right.
This year we know who's in charge.
Mm-hmm.
We know who's doing the things. Oh, Mendoza's newest Raider bust. Oh, okay. No, okay. Bro,
I like this guy.
This is insanity.
Why do you like him? Why do you want Mendoza to be a bust?
No, here's the thing.
I don't want him to be a bust.
Then why do you say you like this guy? This is what you
obviously he's not on the hey, let's go get Mendoza just because we need Mendoza, just because we need a quarterback.
And I get that part. But when you cheer someone on who's happy and wants them to be a bust, what does that make you look like?
Hater.
Just so you can sit up here in your high YouTube throne and said, I told y'all he was a bust.
No, I never said that though. I never said he was a bust.
Right now you were like, I agree, I like this guy.
I just said I like the guy.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, man, I'm like, that's bro.
What up, Sacktown?
How do you call yourself a Raiders fan when the guy that you draft, you want him to be a bust?
You don't. You shouldn't. You should never want somebody you sign to be a bust. You could have your
you want him to win. Like we
could have your hesitations. Yeah,
I don't want to see him.
I wasn't a fan of Jimmy G when we signed him, but shit, he's our quarterback. I wasn't a fan of Geno. Hey, he's our quarterback. I wasn't a fan of fucking Minshew.
And I agree. And here, let me ask you this, Cheeto. So when we talk about it, we all look at it and we say,
"What's up, sack down?"
Man, we want this guy to be successful because he's good. Like, at the end of the day, if you're on our team, you want every single guy to be successful and come out here and do their thing, right? Why is it that ever since Fernando Mendoza's name has come, you ever touch it out of bed? I can't believe.
My bad.
Ever since Fernando Mendoza has come out and said, "Hey, man," and he's going to be. Bro, it's like everybody and their mother has found a way to just bash this guy and say why he's not worth the number 1 pick. And why, he's not the number 1 overall.
Look, man.
And why the Raiders are overdrafting him. But once we go and we say, if any other team needed a quarterback and they draft them,
look, man, I'll say this. When it comes to discussions like that, there's nothing wrong with having them. If you want to have your questions about him, have your questions. That doesn't make you smarter, dumber, whatever. You're all entitled to your own fucking takes, right? Like, I don't always agree with y'all. Y'all don't always agree with me, you know? But if we're here on social media, whatever, that's, I think, to me, the area where we can have these discussions with one another. This is why I like this dude. This is why I don't like him. This is why I want Tyreek Hill. This is why I don't, you know? But it's just funny to me that he gets so caught up that you're supposed to want this guy and like him that you get made fun of or called not a fan because you disagree. There are many ways to build a team, bro. Many ways, right?
Absolutely.
And we're just talking about it. That's all we're doing is talking about it. At the end of the day, ain't none of us in that draft room. Ain't none of us in that fucking meeting, right? Yeah, ain't none of us all up in there. Right, even my boy Q, even his limit is so much into it. Right, he only goes in so much before they don't allow him in the fucking building, certain areas of the building. So it's like at the end of the day, we all just have our opinions, our stance on what we see, what we understand, what we like, what we don't. So yeah, to me, it's just funny when you get upset at someone like Jeff when he wants Mendoza to be a bust.
My favorite is when you hear someone or you see someone in the chat saying you're not a true fan or you're not this, you're a Raider hater. Why, why It's like, look, I get an opinion on something. If you don't like it, that's fine. You can voice your opinion to it, but don't ever second guess that I'm a Raider hater or I'm not a true fan.
Oh, that you're a Raider hater? Not second guess. Gotcha.
It just kills me sometimes.
Or that we're so negative, right? You guys are always negative. Why are you guys so negative?
That's the other one. You're so negative. I'm not negative. I'm just putting my opinion out there and just trying to let other people experience what I think. And if you agree, you agree. If you disagree, fine. We can agree to disagree. I don't care. I'm not going to argue, over certain things. And it's like, what the fuck, But my favorite, like I said, is when someone says you're not a real fan or you're a Raider hater. I've been a fan longer than most people in my chats have even been alive, so I don't want to hear that I'm a Raider hater. I've been around this block for a long time with the Raiders, through good and extremely bad. So,
I'm sure you are, bro. I'm sure you are.
He's sneaking in the draft room, and I'm going to jump up on the stage at the draft in Pittsburgh and steal the card.
Right.
No.
Yeah, I think that's the frustrating part, right? When you get told you're too negative, you're not a fan.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, I don't see you in Vegas, And to each their own. Some of us can go, some of us can't.
Yeah.
Right? But that doesn't make me a bigger fan. I could sit up here and say, well, I go to damn near every game in Vegas. Or are you? Right? But no, because that's why I say fan the way you want. You want to be negative, be negative. You want to be super positive, we're going to the Super Bowl? Hey. It just got announced 2029, right? We're hosting the Super Bowl. So there you go. Next year, it's here in LA. I don't want to wait till 2029. I want us to play in it next year, but that ain't going to happen.
Hey, you know what? Maybe I'm not a true Raider fan, but I don't know what I was doing in Philadelphia, freezing my balls off watching us get shut out.
You were doing it for clicks and likes.
Yeah, exactly.
Doing so you could.
Will must be a real Raider fan too. He came all the way out to New England.
Probably known as the biggest social media guy out of all of us, or whatever, right, Mr. Whatever you call him. I don't even want to say his name. Who? That dude's never at a fucking game.
Yeah, exactly.
Who? Yeah, the one who gets the most likes, the one who gets the most views. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, has meet and greets and no one shows up. That's the best.
The one that has the meet and greets that nobody shows up to.
Right. Sorry, 805. I know. Sorry, 805. We didn't mean to put you under the bus with your meeting.
Yeah, sorry.
People showed up.
People actually show up to 805's meet and greets, not like
that was fun, bro. It was pretty lit that day when we were there, especially with it being the last game. Yeah, and we were horrible. We were playing for the first overall pick.
You ain't lying, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, definitely Raider Ryan. I get it. And trust me, I didn't want Jim Marcus either, but whatever.
But I was just telling
that son of a bitch play twice live, and
I was just telling the guys you can fall in love with someone and think he's so much. I was telling the guys that I'm such a big Notre Dame fan. I remember thinking Jimmy Clausen was the shit. There was no way this kid was gonna be a bust the way he played in college. And what happened when he got to the NFL? I was this close to liking the Panthers because the Panthers drafted him, bro. That's how much I like Jimmy Clausen in college. Yeah. Oh my Lord.
Yeah, man.
You know what, Greg? I never claimed to say that I know more than anybody. You know, because you can constantly learn stuff as you go along. I learn stuff all the time about the Raiders I never knew about. There's certain things that pop up. And shit, I didn't know that.
I think that's what I like about it.
From the day you were born to the day you die, you never stop learning about anything in life. Seriously.
Yeah.
But, and I'll be honest, as you do these podcasts, right, when you keep continuing to do these things, you have to educate yourself, right?
Yeah, that's why I surround myself with people like you guys and 805, you know. Yeah.
It is like everything happens. I mean, like now, like I try to educate myself more because I'm around you guys as well, right? Because you guys educate yourself.
I seen that. Everything you posted, all the audios today, I saw that all earlier. I'm like, look at Will. Watching all this stuff, right? There you go, Will.
You know, I'm on this heavyweight plate with two heavyweights here, and I've just got
the fat jokes again. See, why do you have to go with the fat jokes again?
Right.
Oh, man, right?
I'm down, Big Slim. Calm down.
Jesus.
Hey, now let's get into like what Spytech wants to see out of these rookies. Like everybody talks about these rookie visits. We got these 30 rookie visits that are coming out. Here's a little bit of what he expects to see.
805. That's my dog.
Draft picks into the building here over the next few weeks. What are you looking to get out of that visit that's going to help you make decisions on draft day, draft weekend?
Well, the football part of it is always critical. They spend a lot of time with the coaches, you know, just trying to see how intelligent they are, how well they understand the game. But to me, a big part of it too is just watching them move through the building, how they treat people, just having good conversations with them to get to know them a little bit better and decide, like, can we see them being a part of our team or is it maybe just not a great fit? And, you know, there's no exact science to it, but I love talking to anybody, the person that picked them up, the person that threw them around the building, like how did they move through the building? How did they treat people? That all goes into kind of the breakdown at the end of the top 30 season.
So, y'all, he's talking about coming in and looking at these guys like men, not just the way that they're on the field, but the way that they act off of it, what they do, how they act, how they treat the guy that fucking cleans up the bathroom, how they treat the guy at the lowest totem pole to see what type of man they really are.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, this is something that I didn't expect for somebody in this position to say. Because because everything's football based now, bro.
Fucking 805.
Everything now is like how they look on the field, how they move, how they like catch the ball, how they like things like that. It's never about how they treat other people in the facility.
I think it depends. Like if you look at when Antonio Brown, right? Head case, all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But when Brady got him to come to those teams, the core was already set. So AB was just there to do one job, and that's what he does on the field. Yep. So if you're an organization that's already set up that way, you can look at players in that sense, right? And be like, hey, this dude may be a head case, but when he's on that field, bruh. So we'll deal with it because we're strong enough inside already. I think what he's saying is correct because we're not there yet. We're still trying to build what that core is, what that nucleus is of this team, what that identity is, right? Before you can bring on the head cases or the field only contributor type players, right? We're not in that position to bring those cancers to a team yet. Yeah, because
we tried and it failed both times miserably.
Yeah.
Actually, probably 3 times if you think about it. And guess what? They're all wide receivers: Randy Moss, AB, Devontae Adams.
Whoa! Don't you dare put Tay in that conversation.
No, I'm putting him in there.
I was thinking Chandler Jones. Chandler Jones.
Yeah, but you know what? With Chandler Jones, that was, I don't know what the fuck happened with that case.
No, obviously that didn't happen overnight. He had always been that way.
Yeah.
The problem was this team wasn't built. It didn't have that foundation to handle
it. And I know I don't want to use this team as an example, but I'm going to. You look at the Patriots during their time frame. They were the type of but in all honesty, you got to look at what they had. They had a well-structured team. They could take a chance on Randy Moss and bring him in and do what he did, and he wasn't an issue off the field. All right. You bring in some of these guys that have problems on another team, they're either going to conform to that team, especially because Bill Belichick, he doesn't give a shit how good you are. If you're not going to work out on a individual personal basis with the team, they're just going to get rid of you.
I don't know, man. Exactly Hernandez wasn't.
Yeah,
he was tickling people in the meeting room, and Hernandez still was around because Hernandez could just straight ball.
Yeah. Until he decided to pew someone, but still, whatever. It's allegedly.
Right.
But certain teams are structured where they can take a guy in like AB, like you just said, and that's why we can't bring. We're not there. We're a long way from that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
No, we're not.
But
that's
why AB's career was less than 24 hours.
That's why it got to a certain point. Remember, with the Bucks, that's it. It was going to happen sooner or later. Yeah.
Dude, he just walked off the field stripping his uniform off, walking out. It's like, I'm out of here. Still the best. That was probably the best thing I've ever seen in a game. That was just absolutely hilarious.
That was the craziest thing I've ever seen is just a player just leave the field like that, bro.
Diggs is another one. Diggs has no business being here. Stephon Diggs has no business being here. Not yet.
No. Yeah. Like he will never be here. And this is again where we come back, and Jeff talked about it, or we've talked about it in previous shows. We will never sign a guy with domestic violence.
Oh, that's a Raider thing.
Yeah.
If you don't know why, you need to understand that would just never happen as a Raider.
And this is a learning opportunity for people.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why Bieniemy would never ever get hired, no matter what an amazing offensive mind he is. All right. Yeah,
and that's a learning chance for people too. Is if you don't know about it, look it up, or I'll tell you, just look up Bill Biletnikoff. That's the exact reason why he will. You'll never see him here.
It's more than just a crab fest, y'all. Understand that it's more than just a crab fest. Yeah.
Yep.
We've talked about Mendoza. We've talked about what we got, right? Stuff like that. But I wanted to get exactly what Kubiak and Spytek are saying about these guys. And they've repeatedly come out, and I mean, like, guys, we beat this horse to death. If they could have a veteran quarterback, they want a veteran quarterback. They don't want to start a rookie. But, a lot of Raider Nation wants to see a rookie start if we draft Fernando Mendoza. I know that's the big dilemma, right? Do we start him? Do we get a veteran? If we do draft him, because again, Spytek and both Kubiak are holding the cards close to the chest. But I'll give you guys some takes on what they have. I really like, I'm going to start with Spytek, where he talks about AOC and what we have already in the tank. If this thing wants to
put in Indianapolis, that you're reluctant to rush a young quarterback. I think people misconstrued that a little bit, that you didn't want to play a young quarterback. I didn't take it that way. But you also mentioned that it's not just the quarterback, it's what you have around the quarterback. Can you support that young quarterback? Based on what you guys have done thus far, do you feel a little bit more comfortable about that possibility of the rushing and not being the infrastructure around it?
That's Vinny.
Yeah. That's one aspect to playing any young player is, does he have players around him that can help them, prop them up, make their job a little bit easier? I feel good about the players, that we've added in free agency, obviously with Tyler and Jalen Naylor, and we still have work to do. But I would love to get to a place. I really want to get to a place where the young guys you don't have to count on like we had to last year in a sense. And, no matter the position, whether it's quarterback or long snapper or kicker, like when they're ready, that's when you play them. When they've earned it, that's when you play them. And, I think that'll be one of the themes of our program going forward is, we've got a chance right now with the roster the way it is. We got 10 draft picks. I would love for some of those guys to play really well, but I don't want them to feel like the burden that they have to. Like we can teach them, they can work hard, they can learn what's required of them in the system and being a professional, and then play them.
That includes quarterback, obviously. Like you mentioned, how important is it to get another quarterback into the building, or where does Aiden O'Connell kind of figure into that?
Well, Aiden's played a lot of good football in this league. He's started, he's thrown for 300 yards in games. He's a great teammate. He works his tail off. He's smart. Obviously, he's the only quarterback on the roster right now, and at a premium position, I think it's a fair question to ask, and we're considering a bunch of different things right now. And, I think we'll have some answers here in the coming weeks.
When you bring
Hey,
What?
you heard my tech. I mean, we got AOC, 300-yard passer. He's legit.
He's
Come
being
on, man.
He's not gonna go up there and say we got trash in the fucking quarterback room. He's not gonna go up there and say, man, our wide receiver room is trash, bro. Like he's not gonna go up there and say that.
No, but I mean, like, guys, when he comes out and says stuff like that and says, hey, at least he keeps it a buck, right? He's not lying. Did he say, hey, is AOC a 300-yard passer? Yeah, he had a couple games where he threw for 300 yards. But are we saying that he's a legitimate number one that can hold the boat until next year? Thoughts, guys?
I'm so glad you said that. And I think Vinny said it in the beginning. A lot of people took what you said as saying you won't start a rookie quarterback. And to me, that's not what he said at all.
Mm-hmm. No,
I
what
not
he
once
said is-
heard him say he's opposed to starting a rookie.
You haven't heard that?
No, that's not what, even right now, I not once heard him say I'm opposed to it. But you did. That's why I go, whatever we listen to, we take it as our perception and our perspective. Because you want to hear, oh, he's day one starter. But because he hasn't said that, he's not going to start him. He's opposed to it. What I heard, this is to tell you what I heard. What I heard him say, no matter what rookie it is, and this includes the quarterback, I want them to give them the best chance to succeed. And that's surrounding them with talent. If they're ready, then they're going to be ready and they're going to play. If they're not, we're not going to be hard on them. We're going to get them ready to a point where they're able to contribute. That's what I heard.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm not saying you're right or wrong. That's why I was saying like 2 weeks ago, was it, Jeff, on the Connection show? That I said it's all about how you take it in, how you hear it.
Oh, it's
we're
all
talking
perception.
about Max.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's all perception.
Yeah.
It's all on whether you're thinking big picture or you're thinking just you hear them drop one name and go, ooh, or they make one comment and then you're like, oh yeah, that's it, that's gospel.
Like today, you want to watch the rush. He changed his background from purple to green.
Oh my God!
Getting traded to Philadelphia.
It was blue last week, wasn't it? Blue.
I think so. Yeah. Now it's green.
Was
now it's green.
Blue, now it's green.
They're talking
maybe it's just running the whole color spectrum. He's hitting them all.
Yeah. But I mean, that's what people do, though.
It's the perspective, but it's also nothing's outside of the realm of possibility. And again, a coach and a GM, they're not going to show their hand right now. Then this is what kills me when people just take everything they say as, oh, see, they're not going to, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. No, well, that's what they're saying out loud right now. It doesn't necessarily mean behind closed doors they're not going to do something else.
Right.
You know, I mean, you have no idea what goes behind those doors once they're in there and nobody else can hear them.
Oh,
you know, they're going to say what they need to say.
Because he's going to sneak back there.
You know, they're going to say what they got to say out in the public to, you know, keep people guessing, basically. Just like they weren't going to come out and say, yeah, we're trading Maxx. You know, well, guess what? If you're willing to trade him away that bad, then your value is going to drop. You know, you say something like, yeah, we're listening. If people are calling, then that means people are calling possibly, and they'll take the best off of the,
No, I got you. Hey, Coach has a question for you guys. Do you think the Jets offered to trade with 3 first-round picks? If they did and the Raiders decline, that means the Raiders did want Mendoza. So he says, you guys think the Jets offered to trade up to 3 first-round picks for this pick?
If they offered to, I think that all goes back to what your plan is. If you ask me, I don't know Jeff, but I'm pretty sure I know what Jeff is going to say. If you offered me 3 first-round picks, I would have did it. I would have traded back. That doesn't mean that, I think Mendoza sucks or I think Mendoza is a bust. I'm just thinking value-wise, I can use more picks to build this team differently, right? Instead of going quarterback. But like I always said, if I'm going to move off the first pick, no matter who I'm picking, it has to be worth it. To me, 3 first-round picks in a trade would be worth it, right? Yeah. But that all depends on Spytek. Maybe Spytek values it different. Maybe he doesn't want 3. Maybe he wants 3 in a couple seconds.
Jeff?
I would jump on that one because you know what? I seriously, if you're going to give me 3 first, you're going to give me 3 first. So that's 2 first rounders this year, your first round the next year. Because no matter what they do, they're probably going to be trash anyway. They're going to be picking in the early first round next year again. Right. So that, and you're still going to have your first round the next year because you don't know what your team's going to finish next year. So I can't see how you could pass up on that. That's such a tough one to pass up on.
But then again, if you're in the chat or even if it's you, Will, and you think, no, that's not enough for me, I'm sticking with Mendoza, then that's who you believe in. You stick with them. Yeah, it's not enough for you. Yeah.
But I gotta agree with Coach though. If they did turn that down, or if they turned any offer down from the Jets, either those 3 picks offering and additional to move up to number 1, and we turned it down, then I gotta agree that's why, because we definitely we're gonna go Mendoza no matter what.
Yeah,
without a doubt.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, if the Jets offered 3 number 1 picks and we didn't take it, we need to really SOS, baby. It's an SOS. Why? Because I'm going to tell you. Because, for me,
I'm sure you will.
Mendoza isn't worth.
We're about to make him the hater. Watch how.
Yeah, people are going to hate on this, and you know what? And people are going to, and everybody has their opinion, right? And this is why, like you guys said, hey, I'm going to play devil's advocate.
Jesus Christ! Yes, use the sound effects too.
That's what happens when we invite Rick Dees to be a producer.
I'm going to tell you guys, bro.
See?
If I get 3 number 1 picks, all in the top 15 for Fernando Mendoza to rebuild this team, I would do it.
Well,
the reason I would do it is because, again, with it not being the number 1 consensus overall pick, with Fernando Mendoza, again, having all these things around him, I would really look at it and consider moving back and drafting players and getting more picks. I'll be like, we're not 1 player away. We've all talked about it. Fernando Mendoza is not going to take us to the promised land. Not by himself. He needs more dudes.
Let me ask you this question.
Go ahead.
The Peyton Manning draft. You knew Peyton Manning was number 1. You know what he is now, right? That year, there was a consensus. Manning or Leaf, Manning or Leaf, Manning or Leaf.
Yeah, that was the 2, but they were
the
both.
The Colts were in a rebuilding year. Say you were the coach GM. They offered you these 3 first rounders that you want. Would you have passed on Manning, still knowing that you're more than 1 player away, or were you have taken Manning?
Of course, knowing what I know now, people would, of course not. But
no, I'm not knowing now. I'm just saying, moment, as a draft pick.
In that moment,
yeah, in that moment,
I would have made that mistake. I would have traded. I would have called it, and I would have made it. But who knows who I would have drafted? But yes, I probably would have made the same thing and said, hey, if I didn't feel like this guy, and again, Ryan Leaf and Peyton Manning were rated a little bit higher on the board than Fernando Mendoza if Fernando Mendoza wasn't a quarterback.
Mm.
Do you see? I'd be like you said, you asked. So yeah, man, I think I would have done it. I would have pulled the trigger and I would have traded back then.
But you see the risk it wouldn't have been. You would have
Absolutely.
passed up on a generational
Absolutely.
quarterback.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying, but right now I think the risk outweighs the reward.
Yeah. I think either one's a risk is my point.
Absolutely.
You risk
Any
him
player's
being that dude and that generational quarterback that we hope he is, or you risk trading that away and you end up with 3 or 4 bums, or you did the good thing, you passed on him. He's not what we think he is. He ends up being Darnold at best, right?
Mhm.
And we end up with 3 or 4 dogs, to use Jeff's favorite word, you know?
Oh,
The thing
man.
is, either way, at the end of the day, it's a crapshoot, bro.
Absolutely. I'd be like
Yeah.
the draft. Nothing's guaranteed in the draft,
Mhm.
you know. And let's be real.
Well,
no matter who we
can,
target.
can you ask me that same hypothetical question about Peyton Manning in the draft pick?
Jeff, same
Because I do have a
question.
legit answer for it.
James, same question. There you go. Same question.
Go ahead, Jeff.
I'd be taking Peyton Manning. I wouldn't go for the trade.
Oh, why is that, Jeff?
Look back through his college.
Mhm.
Look at this. Look at the consistency he had in college, year in and year out, while he was in Tennessee, and then look
Right.
at the consistency that Mendoza had in his time frame in college.
But Manning
he didn't
never
have
won
a
the
bad-
national title at Tennessee.
No, he did
Jeff.
not win a national title, but he was consistent in what he did.
Yeah.
Consistent in yardage, touchdowns, completions, everything.
I'm sure he
You
had
know,
a few.
it wasn't just a
300+
1 year.
yard games
I'm sorry,
too,
it wasn't
right?
just a 1 year flash in the pan. Won the Heisman, won the championship, went undefeated.
Right.
Right. So just real quick, Tennessee in '94. He only started 8 games. That was his first year, freshman. He threw for 1,100 yards, 11 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 7-1 record that season.
Uh-huh.
He went 7-1 as a starter. 95 as a starter, he went 11-0. 2,900 yards passing, 22 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. 96, 10-2. 3,200 yards, 20 TDs, 12 interceptions. 97, 11-2. 3,800 yards, 36 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. He got better every freaking year in his college career. Okay. His rating went up every year. His yardage went up every year. His touchdowns 22, 20, and 36. All right. So 1 year he was down.
But didn't
22.
Mendoza get better from
Yeah.
Cal to Indiana?
So I'll say it like
Yeah,
this.
but again, he only had that 1 year as a flash in the pan.
No.
Peyton Manning did it from day one, basically. You know, he started 8 games, went 7-1 his freshman year, and then it never looked back and just carried the team. Granted, yeah, they didn't win a national championship. I don't know what they had for defense on the opposite side at that point, but Peyton Manning was proven in college. Mendoza's. How many people are talking about him when he was at Cal as being a number 1 overall pick?
Oh, only people on the West. I heard somebody said one guy said he was, and I told Q, you better check that. I don't think that's true.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it only became this past season. Again, I'm not knocking the kid. I'm just saying when you look at the two comparisons side by side based on what you just offered with the Peyton Manning thing, I'm taking Peyton Manning all day long. If I'm in that
Right.
much of a need, and it was proven in the NFL, that is a generational quarterback right there. What he was
Right.
able to do and the way he commands the offense when he's on the field, that is one hell of a quarterback. That's the difference. That's a guy that you take number 1 overall. You don't care what they offer you. Just like the Redskins, with what people possibly offering them for the number 1 pick, and they took Jaden Daniels. All right,
Oh, they had
granted,
number 2, but yeah. Mhm.
whatever, number 2. They didn't trade out. They stayed right where they were, and they took the guy that they thought was that guy. And I saw some people in the chat today said they would have taken Mendoza over him, over Drake May, and some other players too. It's like, are you shitting me?
So let me ask you this. Why do people weigh in so much on this national championship? Right? The
Because
national championship.
You think about it. What's the point of the game?
Absolutely to
champion.
win. Yes.
So they focus on that, and I think it's not. And I hate to sound like an asshole when I say that, but it's like it's not bad that that's the one thing you focus on. But then at the same time, it is when you look at other teams that won the national championship and who their quarterbacks were.
Yeah.
Right. AJ McCarron. Right. Stenson Bennett out of Georgia, one of the greatest college football teams in recent years as well, right? He won a natty. Yeah.
Yep.
You don't see them, but it's just, but I get it because it was such an amazing career, and national media will hype it up, bro. Because this is the first year of the playoffs. It got so much more exposure. Not the first year of the playoffs. The first year of the playoffs being this big, my bad. Being this many teams. Because the playoffs had already had other years. But it wasn't pushed as much as I saw this year because ESPN had it all. This was their baby. They showed the games. You watched them on there. So it was promoted to almost everyone. And for Raider Nation, we had a bigger interest because we knew we were going to get the number one pick. So we looked to see who these quarterbacks were going into the playoff, right? Who Moore was, who Mendoza was, who Ty Simpson was.
I believe that right there.
Yeah.
That's why I've already said if he makes it past the Steelers, I'll be shocked.
And that's what I like what Kubiak said, that the national championship was a team thing. It wasn't just a Mendoza thing.
Yes.
And the fact that he said that, makes me feel better about where his mindset when it comes to that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But and the people that want Mendoza that are Raider fans, Mendoza won it. So,
well. I mean, I'm not even a fucking USC fan, bro. But if we would have had that number one pick the year Caleb came out, oh my God, I would have been ecstatic that we got Caleb. Yeah.
All right. Arnie has a question for you guys. Other than Genty,
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, brother.
No, go ahead. Go.
Okay. Other than Genty, what second-year player will have a breakout year? Besh, Thornton, Rogers, Grant, or Lindenberg?
That's easy.
That's a shitty list. Only Rogers and Grant come out.
Rogers, without a doubt. That's the first and only one on that entire list. Betch, possibly, maybe not a breakout, but better than last year. But Rogers, I think Rogers by far is going to be the best out of that group, other than Genty. I really do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Rogers, I just saw him. What I saw from him last year gave me hope for years to come with this kid.
805. I can't stand you.
Hey,
he said, "What
I'm
about
gonna tell you what Kubiak said about Mendoza 805 right here. Hold on, I got it for you. I'll tell you exactly what he said.
Young quarterbacks, putting people around them, and that's the most important thing. What's your philosophy, whether it's a rookie or a young guy, and how fast he should play? I mean, is it completely open with you in terms of how he would develop during camp, or would you rather a veteran kind of come in and show him the way?
I think in a perfect world that he's watching a mature adult, go and run an offense and run the team. But the situation is you might have that player, you might not. You might not have that veteran to show him the way. So he might come in and have to play immediately. But you'd rather him learn before he gets in the game. You don't always get to pick. It just doesn't work out the exact way you want it to. But at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you're bringing in an individual, drafting a guy that is mature enough to handle some adversity, whether it's him starting the first game or him starting the first game year 2.
Yeah.
Now, can we just circle back to Ja's comment here? I didn't know about this. Did you hear this? McAfee had to cancel his show because of death threats.
I don't know. I don't even watch his show, so I wouldn't know.
I saw that.
I don't either.
I thought that was fake.
Probably. He's a WWE person. I told you guys about that. So
yeah,
they had
CM Punk
on them. So yeah,
he's doing the work.
I mean, yeah, because Roman was on one of the other late night talk shows the other day. Yeah, WrestleMania's coming up.
I'm going to ask you guys this. Trey Tucker was brought up in a Kubiak conversation. And Trey Tucker was talked about as how special he is and the things that he can do. Yeah. Do you guys think he's going to have a breakout year this year?
I hope so. I mean, he's gotten better over the years as far as his hands, his ability to keep his feet in fucking bounds. I know we like to say it was Gino's fault. Blame Gino, blame Chip. No offense. He had that one game, the breakout game against Washington, was it? But that was all garbage time. We were getting our ass kicked the majority of that game. So But I mean, to his credit, he was fantasy dude that week. But I would like to see it. I don't hate Trey Tucker. I don't. We drafted him. What better way than to have one of our draft picks be successful? And then in a Kubiak system, he's gonna have to learn how to do that because it's not just go routes. If that makes sense.
He caught a touchdown in New England right in front of us.
Yeah. See.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jeff, what do you think?
It's true. Everything but height. I don't know. Well, I don't really to give opinions on wide receivers. That's not my thing. I don't know.
I mean, for crying out loud, the guy likes Mekhi Lemon. Who does that? Jesus Christ.
Me? I don't like Lemon.
Yeah.
The only thing I like Lemon about is anything in like my pastries and shit like that. That's about the only lemon I like. Not that I don't like lemon, but I mean, I just the height thing just is a tough thing to get past, I guess. Let's put it this way. I mean, is he really going to be out muscling anybody for those 50-50 jump balls? No.
That's not his game. At the same time.
No, but that's what I mean. I mean, does that hurt us in that aspect? Because he's talented. He's got the speed and everything, but how well did we use it last year? Not very well because offensive line couldn't block. So we really didn't see a lot to really judge Tucker, I think, and it wasn't really his fault. A lot of it. It's just that Gino just didn't have the time to get the ball that far down the field. The line couldn't block for shit.
But it's funny that you bring up Tucker though, because if you look at who they brought in, who they talked to, Encarnacion, right?
Yeah,
same skill set as Tucker. Same skill set. The only thing would be his questions is his hands. Right, his hands are the question right now. Some of the other wide receivers that they're even talking about, they're not big, tall guys. I know the nation is the one saying Boston, go get Boston, big physical wide receiver, because we knew him. And it's funny because today, in listening to the stuff you were playing, one thing came out in my head, and I was like, we're like, get a wide receiver one.
Up Rosetown.
But maybe Kubiak is seeing it as like, I don't need a wide receiver one this year just yet because I have Brock. There's only one football. We have Brock and Genty.
Yep.
We have Brock and Genty as it is, right? So then you think about, well, who else is going to get the ball? What do I need from these other wide receivers? Do I need that go-to safety net who's going to be Mendoza's guy? Why wouldn't it be Brock Bowers, right? Obviously, when we play Denver, Surtain's going to have something to say about that. Right? Yep. You're going to need another option in that game. But, it just made me think, like, maybe that's why he's looking at those type of wide receivers. Because you look at a JSN, what he did with the JSN, the way he used them, the way he moved them around, the way Kubiak used it, the way Kubiak used Seattle's other tight end, right? The fact that he brought in Naylor, right? And the skill set that Naylor brings into it makes me think of what his plan in his mind, what he feels what's going to be the best way for him to get out of this offense right now. Right.
Absolutely. And there's something that stuck out to me, right? Is that Kubiak knows how to use speed.
Raider Nation loves speed, bro.
Speed, yeah. And if you think about it, at wide receiver right now, we have speed. We have a ton of it. We can use it to get receivers open, the width of the field, the vertical of the field. We're going to use it in every single way to create space for these guys to get open.
One problem, we don't have a Smith and Jigba on this team. That's the difference. He had a guy with that talent on that team.
Njigba wasn't Njigba until this year.
But he still had that. No, he was pretty good before that. He wasn't.
People weren't talking about him.
He was number 3 basically because you still had DK there. You had, well, not this year, the year before anyway. No, was he still there?
Yeah. Hey, Raider Knight. I think Speed showed he can't play football during the flag football tournament.
But again, until this year, he had DK Metcalf there. He had Lockett there. So, I mean, he was kind of.
But can Naylor be
the number one option at that point? You know what I mean?
Well, Naylor's an unknown, bro. He was behind two good wide receivers.
But I'd be like,
in Minnesota.
Well, that's just it. Same thing with Naylor. I mean, Naylor could be that. Who knows?
Could be that.
You know, because he was buried behind those other two up in Minnesota. So, and when he did get a chance to play, he was good. You know?
You know what? Show Deuce 92 says, hey, JSN was in a terrible system the year before. Kubiak showed up, got to Seattle. JSN voiced his frustration. Could it be?
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing about Kubiak. He knows how to use the guys that he has and put them in the best situation to succeed. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody, the guys he has, which means not drafting a quarterback.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, Arnie has a question. Who truly is your favorite NFL prospect, regardless of position, for this year's draft? Cheeto, you watch a lot of college football. I'm going to start with you, my brother.
Oh, Jacob Rodriguez, but I don't think we're gonna get him. Yeah, I love Jacob Rodriguez. The energy, the toughness, his physicality. I've longed and wanted a linebacker like him on our team for years, bro. Years. To see a kid like him be in the draft and possible option for us would be amazing for me if we were able to land Jacob Rodriguez. Yeah.
Jeff.
JC Latham, offensive tackle.
No.
Ooh, brother.
It's not going to be an offensive lineman, believe it or not.
This is not Ruben Bain, is it?
Mm-mm.
Or Alvaro Reese? The tight end from Oregon again?
No. No. I don't know. Maybe I might. Maybe Sonny Styles.
Sonny Styles. Look at this fool. Why am I not surprised? Mekhi Lennon.
I didn't even know he was in the chat.
Oh my Lord.
Right. I'm like, no, man. So,
I mean, a better question, in all honesty, who do you think's overrated?
Overrated.
Coming out in this draft. I definitely got one for that.
I know
I
you
don't
do.
think
Go
people
ahead
are
and
gonna
say
like
it. Who is it? Say it.
I
We
got
already
one
know
for
who
you.
it is. Cool.
Go ahead. Does it start with an F?
No.
Oh, so it's not Fernando Mendoza.
Nope.
Mm.
It will surprise you.
Oh, Arvell Reese. Okay.
Mm.
For Weenie.
He's not going to be an early pick. He's not going to be an
Tyson
early pick.
Sand.
But I think it's Dunker.
What?
Dunker.
No,
You
was
think
one of the
he's
guards from
overrated?
Iowa? One of the big boys?
He's too small. I think he's going to be too small.
Yeah.
He needs to put some more beef on, I think. He's got the mentality, but I don't know how he's going to handle some of these big boys on that defensive front. I have a feeling that he's either going to drop or he's not going to be what everybody thinks he is. I think everybody got enamored with the hair and just, what he
like
did.
Robert Gallery, the mountain man?
Yeah, and that's what scares me in all honesty.
I kind of yeah.
And I said that on the show last week because it came up. I forget what show it was, and someone asked who's your. I think it might have been Arnie asking who's your most underrated, and I said him. I said he just. I don't know. There's just something that just turns me off on him. I just have this feeling. I think there was too much hype with him.
805, I hate you. You stole mine.
ABBA.
I mean, if we grab him, if we do end up taking Doneker at some point, then that's fine. But I think we're gonna have to have patience because I don't know how well he's gonna be in the NFL. I do get gallery vibes from him. I really do.
Yeah.
I do. I don't know why.
He has the look.
And I know usually Iowa linemen usually smack well.
They're coached well. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I hope he proves me wrong. I really do because I like the guy. I like what I saw, but it just, I don't know.
To Gallery's credit, like when I've seen his interviews afterwards and stuff, it's like they were trying to make him play a system that he had never played before. Yeah, so it was hard for him to adjust to what they wanted him to do. Yeah.
You want my I'll tell you what I really feel is what happened with Gallery is pretty much the same thing that happened to JPJ last year, getting moved around like crazy and trying. That's the same. It's almost the same thing. And that's when I saw what he was going through last year. That's the first thing I thought of. I'm like, they're gonna play. If Pete was still here and nothing changed, they would have played him right off this team, because they would have basically put him in positions where he would have just looked awful, and we would have gotten rid of him. We would have either cut him or somehow traded him, and he would have gone on somewhere. And he's the type of kid that I think would have rebounded somewhere else. Gallery kind of rebounded, but yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. Mine is Mekhi Lemon, dude. That kid he's horrible. He goes to USC.
What's going on, man?
Horrible attitude, right? You can't understand what the kid is saying. I'm just fucking around. I like Mekhi Lemon.
Overrated. That's
I wouldn't say overrated, but I think the one that concerns me the most, one is Arvell Reese, and that just might be my Ohio State bias. But the other one is the kid from Florida with the foot injury.
Banks?
Yeah. And I only say that because I've had conversations about him with one of my close friends who's a big Florida Gator fan. And he grades them, he watches them. He's telling me about him disappearing at times, not always going 100, you know? And you hear what Kubiak says about certain kind of players he wants to bring in.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't sound like that kind of player, if that makes sense. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Your number 1,000. That's
1
true.
million.
Yeah, when he said that, he's like, you heard it here first. I was like, what? Yeah.
Man.
See, Dixon, I don't think Bane. I think Bane's gonna prove people wrong with his the arm length thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I can agree with Cheeto on that.
Yeah.
I think, you know what? I'm not gonna say it's gonna be Bane. I think it's gonna be one of the linebackers. I think it's gonna be either Sonny or it's gonna be or Arvell Reese.
As underrated?
I think one of those two overrated.
Oh, I'm sorry, overrated.
Yeah, I feel like those guys are going to come in a little bit overrated, you know, and they're going to, just because they run a 4-3, because people are enamored with what they can do, right? With saying, hey, these guys run like the wind.
Oh, yeah.
They're strong. But we all know that to play linebacker, bro, it takes a lot more than just that. You know, you got to be smart. You got to have the ability to read the field and to lead men. You know, so
that's why I like Jacob Rodriguez.
For them,
and we've said this too. I think if we didn't make those free agent moves, bringing in the two linebackers, Rodriguez would still be on the radar at 36. But you don't see, nobody's really pushing him.
I think
that hasn't even been like a.
I think when he talks about he wants football players, that's who he's talking about. Like, I want.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is you're not seeing the you know, like the analysts or draft boards or even like,
because the analysts just have Mendoza.
No.
And Maxx
Will you let
in
me
their
finish
mouth
my comment?
when it comes
to people,
to
or the fans in the chat that will always clamp, because seriously, before we hit free agency, anytime you started talking about these college kids, everybody and their brother was saying, get Jacob Rodriguez. We got to get Fernando Mendoza and Jacob Rodriguez. You know, we got to get that linebacker. And then once we brought the other two in, you don't hear it much in the chat at all. You know, occasionally you might hear it, but nothing like where it was just like being hammered home that, you know, that's who we have to get.
Tell him, Jason.
What's Jason saying? Yeah, I'll tell you like this.
I'd still rather get a defensive tackle.
These analysts are fucking clout, clickbait.
You know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
Well, my thing with the analysts is this.
Hey, what do you feel about Maxx? Like, bro, he's been back a fucking month already. Let it go.
Right?
Yeah.
You ain't lying.
Eesh.
So when it comes to a player that's going to be a bust, right? What is it, the things that you guys are seeing that tell you like, hey, what are indicatives for you guys that a player's overrated or that a player is going to be a bust? Since we're talking about it, What is it that you guys see, and then you guys go like, "Hey, man, I really feel like this guy's going to be a bust." But what is it that gives you that feeling?
I don't know. I think it depends on bus. That word gets used a lot, like generational.
Yep.
I think a bus is like, it just depends what point you take him. Did everybody expect him to go at that point anyway? You know, did he not live up to the expectations? I never blame Cleve Farrell for being a bust because John Gruden reached at picking him at number 4. He had no business being picked that high, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So I think it's just, to me, when it comes to the word bust, like Fernando, because he's number 1, the pressure is going to be on to see results, right? If by year 2 he's struggling, he's throwing interceptions, he's not durable, right? He starts getting hurt or whatever. That's when the word bust is going to start coming out, because he was the number 1 overall pick, right?
Yeah.
You look at someone like Jack Besh, who was a 2nd round pick. At what point can you consider a 2nd round pick a bust, or even a 4th round? I think 3rd and 4th and beyond, to me, can you really call them busts? At those, you're just picking, right? Like, I'm hoping this guy will develop. Maxx was a 4th round pick. If he didn't develop, would Maxx have been a bust? No. It was good that he ended up panning out for us as a 4th round pick. I think it just depends on when the expectations. Like Jamarcus, right? He's a bust because he was number 1 overall. Yeah. Was Josh Jacobs considered a bust? Was Darren McFadden considered a bust because he got hurt so much?
I would say no on both of those, because they had massive upside still. It's just, injuries were the issue. They were still viable. Barring the injuries, they were fine. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's like when you just don't have it, no matter what. Like Jamarcus Russell just never had it.
No, it was all high up.
That's a pure example of just never. Alex Leatherwood never had it. Mm-hmm. Gallery somewhat didn't have it. It wasn't injuries. It was, but how much of it was really him? So some players have it and some don't. Like you said, McFadden had it. I mean, the guy was great when he was out there. As soon as he got injured, that's it. You lost him for a few games, but when he hit the field, gold. Same thing with Jacobs. Yeah, I know, right?
No, absolutely.
What was your question again, Will? What were you asking?
What do you consider a bust, or what is your criteria? How do you identify one?
What is your what helps you identify a bust? What is it that you look for? I'll be like,
if it's a 1st round pick by year 2 or 3, if you're not a major contributor and starting every game on whatever prospective unit you're on, offense or defense or special teams or whatever, I I start to seriously think, can reconsider that value for that. Perfect example is Tyree. Look at him. We took him number 7 overall in that draft, and we're coming into year 4 with him. What has he? Can you consider him a bust? Yeah, he should be an every down player on that defense. It should have been him and Maxx from that season. As soon as he was 100% healthy going into that rookie year, he should have been out there playing consistently side by side. We wouldn't have to go through the years of having Kuntz there and then having Chase on in there. It's all been downhill since Ngakwe's been gone. So Tyree, that's a pure bust 100%. He was a bust by year 2 into 3, because he wasn't that major contributor. When he got out there, if he didn't get blocked, looked like a superstar.
Unblocked Tyree's a Hall of Famer, yo.
Yeah, or if the play's coming at him and he just happens to be in the right spot at the right time, which happened a lot this past season. And people are like, oh, look, he got a sack. Yeah, the quarterback ran at him. He had nowhere else to go. He happened to just be standing in the right spot. Bust, Well, you know what? Arnett and Ruggs, I don't consider those bust. That was just their own stupid mistakes. Arnett doing what he did, and Ruggs was well on his way to be the guy at wide receiver number 1 for us. There's no two ways about it. He was going there. And just one thoughtless, dumbass mistake ruined his career. I don't consider. Isn't that a bust? Not really. I mean, talent-wise, it wasn't a bust. I don't think that was a bust because of his talent. That's what I consider a bust, is when you just don't have it when you're on the field, or you're not getting the time on the field because you don't have it. That's what I think is a bust.
All right. Hey, you really went into that one, Jeff. I'm like, all right. Now we know what Jeff really considers a bust.
It was a bust as soon as he bear hugged Goodell.
I'm like, but I'm going to tell you guys this, right? So things that I think when I look at a guy that's considered a bust, right? It's a mentality thing. For me, you have to be a mentally strong player in order to be successful in this league. I don't think that you can be mentally weak and be successful in the NFL. And I'm not going to say that I'm an NFL player or that I have an inside scoop or anything like that. But I think what the way that people look at it and the tell that you're going to have is the football IQ. How these guys can regurgitate information to you and tell you guys, hey, you know what? This is what's happening. Those are the things that I look at and say, hey, these are going to be a bust or not. Because a player can be physical. A player can be fast. A player can do a lot of things with their body. But are they smart enough to know where they got to be at? What their primary position is? How to communicate to other players? And how to stay on task. I think all those things are things that make a player successful in the NFL. And that if they don't have that when they do get into the NFL will make you fail. Look at Jamarcus Russell. No work ethic. Was a first-round draft pick. Had all the talent in the world with the arm. I'd be like, people talked about how he could throw the ball 70 yards off one knee. But he just didn't have the brains nor the heart in order to be at a high level in this game. So those are the things I think that bring up like bust or not. Again, I don't know. I'm no expert. But that to me is what signifies a bust. But Arnie says, name the only 3 QBs that the Raiders have picked in the first round of the draft in their history.
Todd Maranovich is one.
One? No.
Obviously, Jamarcus.
Is the other one Mark Wilson or Berline? Wasn't it one of those fools? I can't remember.
Wow.
Yeah. Huh.
Holy shit.
What's up, Jeff?
No, I'm trying to think of who the third one is. I'm drawing a blank.
You're drawing a blank or you're Googling it?
I'm drawing a blank. I have no fucking clue off the top of my head.
I know Maranovich and Russell. Those were in my life.
Yeah, those two are the most. It's good. I'm waiting for someone to say Plunkett, but he was drafted by the Patriots.
No, he was drafted by the Patriots. And Derek Carr was the 2nd round pick. And we didn't draft Rich Gannon.
Nope.
Yeah. Huh.
You know what? I know I've had this question before too. I've actually asked this question on one of the quiz nights.
The only other quarterback, it wasn't. No,
See, I was right. Coach said Mark Wilson.
Was it Mark Wilson?
Was it?
See? So I was right then.
Okay.
If that was him. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That I didn't know. Throwing 5 picks. What? Throwing 5 picks to lose the Super Bowl is a bust?
That's not a bust. That's a bad game. You got out coach.
Yeah.
Trading away your coach. Was
Oh, yeah,
bust.
first round
Stupid
pick,
idea.
15th overall.
Was he?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember hearing something about him back then, and then Schrader.
He was here for a while with us. He was here for the
Right?
Oakland and LA days, 1980 to 87. He was here during the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Both of them. Then he went to the Packers in 88 and then to New England from 89 to 90.
He was a Patriot. Hey, Rose Town. Shout out to Baron Robbins, man. R.I.P. He just passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Harbaugh wasn't our QB. He was on our coaching staff, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was on our coaching staff. I never
Yeah,
seen him as our QB.
Yeah, no, he was on our coaching staff. Yeah.
Jesus. I never realized how bad Mark Wilson's stats were. Holy crap.
They were bad, yeah.
Oh my God. His best year was in 1985. He had 2,600 yards passing. Although, I mean, to his credit, 1980 to 83, Plunkett was a starter. So, because those are the two Super Bowl in that time frame. Yeah, 84, he had 2,100 yards, 2,600, 1,700, 2,000, 1,000 in New England, and 1,600 in New England. Oh, these are Geno Smith numbers. 1985, 16 touchdowns, 21 interceptions.
That's why I remember him. The motherfucker used to throw so many interceptions, man.
Yeah, he did. He had, in one season, 1981, he started 9 games, right? 2,300 yards pass. He had 14 touchdowns, 19 interceptions. 84, 17, 85, 21, 86, 15. He finished with a career of 86 touchdowns and 102 interceptions. Oof.
But you know who leads the Raiders in the most interceptions?
Derek Carr.
Look it up.
What?
Look it up. And yes, Arnie, I remember when Jeff George was our savior.
Oh, bad.
Who is it?
Who is it, Jeff?
It's Derek Carr, isn't it?
Look it up.
I didn't look it up.
No?
No.
I want to see your face when you see who it is.
The most interceptions? It's not him?
In Raiders history. Look it up. Uh-huh.
I thought it was him.
I want to see your face when you see the answer. Arnie says Carson Palmer. Gino. Well, what are you looking at?
Oh, I'm looking up stuff. Like right
Are
now,
you
like
looking
I'm
up
trying
who
to figure-
leads the Raiders in interceptions?
Yes. Like my computer's just being slow because it's dual streaming. So hold on.
Yep.
Was Kid Stable, huh?
Yeah. Yes.
Why did I think? I would have thought it was Derek Carr. Holy shit!
A lot of people think it's Derek Carr, but no, it is Kenny the Snake Stabler. Yeah.
You know what it is? It's because Derek Carr having one of the longest careers as quarterback with the Raiders.
Well, Kenny was our quarterback in the 70s, right? From like 73 to like 6-7 years, was it?
Yeah.
Before he left to, was it the Oilers that he went to?
Mm-hmm. Saints. Oilers and then the Saints.
Yeah. Okay.
So most interceptions.
Yeah, shout out to
wow, Derek Carr didn't even have 100. He had 99.
Shout out to MC Raider for that information. He did a reel the other day. He's like, guess who the league leader
Let's put it
is?
this way. Let's see if anybody can guess who number 2 is, because it ain't Derek Carr.
It's not Carr.
Nope.
Is it Mark Wilson?
Nope.
No.
Nope. I'll tell you this: Derek Carr's number 3, Mark Wilson's number 4.
Is it Jay?
Jay who? Schrader?
Schrader?
Nope, he's number 8.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
I'm trying to think who was here long enough to have that many interceptions.
I know.
Let's see.
No, it wasn't Rich. Rich wasn't here long enough.
What do you say, Rich Gannon?
Yeah, Josh said
Nah,
Rich.
Rich Gannon's percentage is insane.
He said, Coach said Vince Evans.
No, Vince Evans only had 21.
Yeah, he wasn't a starter. Yeah. It had to be one of the older dudes, man.
That'd have been a dude that started for a while.
Was it LaMonica? Oh, LaMonica?
Really?
Yeah.
115.
And that's only because he was here, our quarterback, for so long. Like, I couldn't remember another quarterback here that long besides Carr that would amount that many interceptions. Yeah.
Well, let's put this in perspective, right? So Stable, who leads with 143, played in 130 games. LaMonica, 115 interceptions. He only played in 95 games.
Yeah, see.
And this is what's impressive about the Derek Carr stat. He's got 99 interceptions. He only played in 100. He played in 142 games. He played the most games and still has the third highest interception ratio.
Yeah.
Mark Wilson, 86 interceptions, 96 games. So he was almost throwing an interception. Tom Flores threw almost an interception a game. He played 84 games, had 83 interceptions.
Yeah.
Where's Jamarcus dumbass? 23 games, 31 games, 23 interceptions for him.
That's crazy. Our number 1 overall pick only played 31 games.
31 games.
I think
his total yards, total passing is 4,000 yards, 18 touchdowns. He averaged 131 yards a game.
I witnessed one of those touchdowns to Lewis Murphy, I think, in Oakland. Yeah. Fucking Jamarcus.
Hey, man, that's what you get when you just don't watch film. But, and that's why I'm saying, I think that we value so many things, right? When we see these physical attributes and we see these guys be so God gifted.
Measurables.
Yeah. In college, measurables are great.
Like, I keep hearing about these quarterbacks that had amazing 40s, right? Okay, cool.
When's the last time I need a quarterback that runs a 40?
The last one I remember that actually made a difference because he was so fast was fucking Lamar and Vic.
You ready for this stat? This is interesting. So Jamarcus Russell, right? 31 games, 23 interceptions, 4,083 yards. Aiden O'Connell, 21 games, 11 interceptions, 3,932 yards, and 20 interceptions. Jamarcus Russell, 20 touchdowns. Jamarcus Russell, 18.
So you're saying he's on pace to be like Jamarcus?
No, he's going to be better than that. He's 10 games.
That bar is so high.
No, but listen, he's played 10 games less. Okay. 10 games less than Jamarcus. He's almost the same yardage. He's got 2 touchdowns more. He's got definitely more passing yards per game, 187 to Jamarcus's 131. Let's see, Jamarcus 680 attempts. Aiden O'Connell 608.
You sound
377 completions. Jamarcus 354 completions on 680. He's got a 52% passer rating. Aiden's got a 62.
I think Aiden had a better rookie year than Peyton, huh?
Probably. Peyton's rookie year was kind of bad.
Exactly, John. Oh shit, we're going in 2.5 hours, dog.
That's because you guys are doing a fucking amazing job, bro.
Wow, this is another interesting one. So Rich Gannon played 74 games. Stabler 130. Stable had 1,900 yards passing. Gannon had 1,758. 17,500. Stable had 19,078. So he's almost up to him in like half the games.
Well, that and then the Gannon, that offense was pass heavy. Remember, with Gruden. Yeah.
Well, you ready for this one? Attempts: Stabler 2,481, Gannon 2,448.
Yeah.
So they had just about the same amount of attempts, but again, Gannon was half the games.
Yeah. So that's what I
his
said.
ratings are 91.
Gannon
He's
threw
got
the
the highest
ball more.
rating.
If Gannon played half as many games and almost had as many
Yeah.
attempts, Gannon threw the ball a lot more. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, he played exactly half of what Derek Carr played.
Yeah.
Derek
that
Carr
was a pass.
142.
That was a pass heavy offense with John Gruden. Mm-hmm. That's when we
Derek
had
and
Tim Brown,
Derek
Rice,
and Gannon have
Gordon.
pretty much the same. If you double up Gannon's numbers, he's equal to Derek Carr.
If you double up Gannon's number, he's equal to Derek Carr.
Yeah, he'd be right up there with. So if he played the same amount of games, 142, Gannon would be number one. He would be ahead of Derek Carr by a couple like completions, yardage, touchdowns. Because in 74 games, Gannon has 114 touchdowns. In 142, Derek has 217. Their rating is about the same, 91.8 for Derek, 91.2 for Gannon.
Yeah, but Derek has more career comebacks.
Yeah, it doesn't say that. Derek's been sacked a lot more, 264 times versus Gannon's 162.
Oh, dude, the offensive line that Rich had. Oh my God, remember that fucking offensive line? Jesus.
Oh, bro, that was
even Stabler. Stabler's 130 games, right? 189 times he was stacked. You look at that offensive line during that era. My God. I love looking at stats like this. This is fun when you go back and you compare the current status, like the current
the nerd.
Hey, well, you know what it is? It gives you an idea on how much the game has changed from era to era, too. You know,
you don't need stats to see that. You can see it.
I know that, but when you're looking at a quarterback, when you're looking at running backs,
oh man, yeah. Hey, we're at 2.5 hours, y'all.
That's what I just told you.
Hey, that's why I was repeating it, letting everybody know. Man, geez.
Right?
I was letting everybody know we at 2.5 hours, y'all. We can let y'all go. We got a lot of stuff going on, man. I've been like, hey, we had I had a blast shooting it with y'all, man. I've been like, lots of information still coming out. I know it's like the slow season, as they like to say. No, actually, the slow season is right after the draft, right beginning of the season.
What?
Huh?
That is not the slow season, bro.
For me, right after the draft?
No. Right after the draft comes the schedule release.
Oh, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
After the schedule release, we start getting ready for OTAs and falling in love with what we heard out of camp.
OTAs even sooner than that.
Hey, we already want. I can't wait to hear all the reporters coming out telling me how good the offense looks, how sharp our defense is out there turning the ball over.
Aiden O'Connell out there lighting it up, y'all.
Oh, every year, Cheeto.
Jack Besh looking like Ed McCaffrey.
Hey, Jonte Thornton Jr. being the next Megatron. Watch out. I'd be like, he's 6'4", runs like the wind.
Gents, he put on some weight. You might as well give him the number 24.
Maxx Crosby's going to have 20+ sacks this season.
Yeah, what bozo said that?
Hey, I'm telling
you ready?
18-20.
So today's what? It's now officially April 1st, right?
No.
On April 6th,
not for us.
Clubs that hired a new head coach after the end of the 2025 regular season may begin off-season workout programs. So as of April 6th, we're going to start those already. So we're already going to start on April 6th as far as getting these new guys in there. And, you know, this is part of that which we've had
Like
multiple years in a row now, because we've had new head coaches for God knows how many years in a row.
No, it's Tucker looking like Tyree.
No.
Yeah.
Tucker looking like Justin Jefferson.
Genty and Najee, the next Thunder and Lightning. Yeah.
Hey, what do you guys think about Najee Harris? I keep hearing Najee Harris that it's a possibility that he might come. People are saying that he's an Oakland kid. What do you guys think? 1-2 punch?
Yeah, you heard him. That's the next Thunder and Lightning. Yeah, the dude's coming off an injury, man. Yeah.
Yo, bad Africasi.
What up, Afakasi?
Yes, sir.
What's up, AR? What's up, brother?
Oh shit, I gotta watch Monday Night Raw. I didn't watch it yesterday.
Oh.
That's how much I love the Dodgers, y'all. I'll miss the show for Monday Night Raw.
The Dodgers.
But I will miss Monday Night Raw for the Dodgers.
For the Dodgers.
Yes,
Los
sir.
Dodgers.
The back-to-back world champion Dodgers.
Not this year.
Ooh, not this year. Are those fighting words from Jeff?
Nah, you don't know baseball.
You don't know baseball.
That would be like me telling him something about hockey. Yeah, fuck them. I don't know shit.
I know more about baseball than I do hockey. Trust me. I don't know a lot about hockey. It's because I live on the East Coast where it's cold all the time during the winter.
Yeah.
Hey, it was like 70 degrees here today. It's supposed to be like 70 something tomorrow too.
It was.
So my mother comes over. She comes up once a week.
It's
We'll be able to
68
sit
degrees
outside
here.
tomorrow.
Mhm.
And then Thursday, it's going to drop down to like low 40s,
Look at this.
mid
Look at this
30s
loser.
during
Look
the
at this
day.
loser. Over here, the poor Angels fan.
Oh man, here we go.
Oh, but we won the Freeway Series. Keep winning the Freeway Series, bro. We win championships around here. Mhm. Yeah.
You think you guys are gonna three-peat?
Fuck yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you guys this. This not football related.
You got to beat the champ to be the champ.
They keep saying that baseball is being ruined.
Oh, you sound like this fool over here walking 2 miles.
Right by the Dodgers and stuff like that, because now they're the big spenders, because New York used to be the big spender and they used to buy teams every year.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that baseball suffers from that, or should other like sports follow that model? Where like, hey,
you can't. It's different. There's caps in the NFL.
Correct. Yeah,
There's
correct.
caps
Like,
in it. Yeah.
That's why I'm saying I'm like, should other sports follow that model of not having
a different? It's a different sport. The pay scales are different. Yeah.
Do they have salary cap in Major League Baseball? No, right?
Salary cap.
It's whatever teams the richest can afford, whoever.
And whichever teams want to spend the money, because even some teams that have the money refuse to pay players. That's what
Well,
happened,
with the Marlins years ago. They won the World Series, and then they basically sold off
The Rangers.
every player
The
they had.
Rangers that year, bro, basically bought that team to win the title that year. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, for years when the Yankees were when Steinbrenner was here, they spent
Exactly.
money religiously. I mean, at one point you had Wade Boggs. Yeah, I mean, the team that they had in that era was just insane.
The problem with the Yankees, they still have a stacked roster. They choke right now when it matters. Aaron Judge. Look what he did in the Baseball World Classic. He was the fucking choke artist in that game. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Angels will lose 100 games this year.
But and what sucks for them, because some of them are my friends, right? As fans, is their owner has blatantly said, "I'm not in this business to win championships. I'm here to."
Who, the Angels owner?
Yes, Moreno said that, bro. Yes, he's in this business to give his fans an experience.
Well, give them the experience of winning a goddamn championship, you idiot.
Right?
That's the experience they want. Fans don't want to just be entertained like goofballs. Right, Nate?
Apparently Nathan does.
I guess. Nate's one of those sheep that's just around for the ride. Oh, Angels playing.
Apparently,
Yay.
Nathan. And
I
some of
love my experience at the park.
And shout out to
win much, but
my
yay.
Oos family members. My Oos family members. They're all Angels fans. Yeah.
Is that probably why they got rid of Trout?
They still have Trout.
Hey, have the
no, Who was it that the Dodgers ended up getting from them?
Ohtani, the greatest baseball player.
Yeah, we got the best baseball player in the world from the Angels.
That's like the Red Sox giving up, Roger Clemens in like his third year into the league. It's like, yeah, we'll just get rid of him.
Didn't the Red Sox give him up to the Yankees?
Yeah,
he went to go win World Series.
They did.
Yeah, but he was older at that point. He was older. He was just on a superstar team. It's the same thing with Brady going to Tampa Bay. He walked into a perfect situation.
For him, they still needed Brady though. Any other quarterback on that team doesn't do what Brady did.
I know that. That's what I'm saying though.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like Mendoza's going to do for us because he just did it all? Oh, he's going to come in and just do it all for us.
You better get used to it, Jeff.
Yeah,
I know.
Why are you trying to fight this whole Mendoza thing, Jeff? You're gonna get your line. You got your lineman already, bro.
You know what? I'm tired of everybody shoving it down our throats that want to see other options, and it just that's all.
I think we'll see. I think we'll see some other options. I think you're gonna see a great draft. We might see some questionable things.
I hope so.
But I'm gonna tell you, like, we're not gonna get those surprised. Like,
there'll be fans that'll be surprised, bro. Trust me.
Yeah.
You think if we don't take a defensive tackle at 36, people are gonna lose their fucking mind.
I don't think
I won't lose my mind. I just think that's the option we should go. I mean, I just don't want to. Well, yeah, BPA obviously too, but I just don't want people. Or I don't. Because I'm seeing Cooper's name get popped around a lot more now too, and
the receiver.
Because that's how you solve the problem, right? When you get a quarterback, you draft as many players from his team. That way he feels comfortable and can win. I don't know why no one has ever thought about doing that before in the history of the NFL, right? Why not just draft his teammates, right? Do an entire Indiana draft, right?
players.
Draft them all, right?
Gotta be smartest move we can make. Let's draft Cooper. Let's get Black. Let's get Coogan.
Bro, get them all. Coogan.
D'Angelo Pons. Let's get the defense going too.
Yes, bro. Hey, get them all.
Does Signetti want to come and be one of the coaches?
Get Signetti while you're at it. Go get him. Yeah.
I swear you do.
Why GMs haven't thought of that is beyond me, Jeff.
Yeah,
why have they never thought about doing that?
Smartest move
ever, right? Jesus, gosh.
What do you guys think about the running back?
That rated draft board should be all Indiana players for the first 8 picks.
No,
nothing else.
Yes, that's all it should be.
We want to make
anything else would be stupid.
Motherfuckers. Hey, let me ask you.
We want to make Mendoza as comfortable as possible and give him as many comforts from home in Indiana as possible. So when his stay in Vegas is a good experience for him.
Exactly.
Would you guys be pissed off or upset if you guys saw the running back out of Indiana come out and we drafted him in the 5th, 4th round? I don't know if he'll be.
We drafted him
4th.
Yeah, 4th would be too high for that fool.
For Indiana, for the Indiana running, I don't know. Maybe 5th. Like I'm saying, later rounds. I'm saying 5th, maybe 6th round if he's available.
See, if we're not taking, you need to change the pace back, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I'm like, would you guys be bad? I'm like, what do you guys think? If we drafted him in the 5th and 6th round, I think that's a pretty good pickup.
You do?
Yeah, because I think you're right. We need that thunder. We need a thunder and lightning.
And you think he's lightning to our thunder?
He's the lightning. Yes, I think he could be the lightning to our thunder. I don't think he's like that super fast, but I think he's quicker than Genty.
I don't know, man. 1.21 gigawatts is pretty fast. I need more than just a little bit quicker. 1.1. Right? If I'm drafting lightning, I want fucking lightning, not just a little bit quicker.
Well, I'd be like, hey, the real lightning for me is going to be the kid out of Central Arkansas or whatever it is. He's the real lightning. I mean, like a 4.33, but I don't think we're going to be able to draft. If we draft him, that's going to be a top what
coach.
In the
He's the wings. Here's my feeling on the running back. In all honesty, I don't want someone that's going to come in and take time away from Genty, like legit threat type thing. He just needs somebody to come in, run a couple of plays so he can take a breather, because especially if we have, because the whole goal is for us to have sustained drives down the field, basically.
Right.
Last year, we didn't have to worry about it as much because we weren't on the field that long with the offense.
Yeah.
You're hoping that we're going to have sustained drives where he's going to need a rest. And right now on our roster, it's Labe and the Collier. Those are the only options we have right now.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to get somebody. And I don't care if we wait until we do an undrafted free agent if we have to. Who gives a shit at this point?
Move Lucky Tassi to running back. He can do it.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, we've got plenty of project players. I mean, might as well. I mean, if we don't grab a nose tackle, just plug one of those guys in. Let's give them a shot. They're already on the roster.
Right.
Smart move.
Oh man, what's the name of that running back? I used to like him so much. He wasn't the starter. He was like our lightning running back. He used to catch passes too. Oh my god, what was his name?
Whatever.
He was here during the Derek Carr era.
Gardner?
Was he a fullback or?
No, it was a running back. He was a running back. He was like the lightning to Jacobs. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The lightning
what was
to
his
Jacobs.
name? Yeah.
Oh, Murray?
No, not Latavius Murray.
Latavius
After
Murray,
him.
no.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, what's his name? He was a smaller dude, not Washington. He was after him. He had a big game. He had a big game against New Orleans that one year, that 2016 year. Oh my god, what was his name? I can't remember.
Like 30. Rashard Richardson?
There you go. Jalen Richard.
Jalen Richard. There we go.
Give me a Jalen Richard type running back, and I will be fucking happy, bro. A running back like that to complement Genty. Yeah. Jalen Richard. Yeah. Yeah. Because that dude was a perfect complementary back, bro. Richard, he wasn't going to take the majority of the carries. Right?
For me, I think it's almost like we need that third down back.
Yeah.
Right? Like that guy that catches the ball out of the backfield. The guy
that Jensen can do that. We were there for the Texas game.
But he's a little bit like a little guy with a little bit more shake and bake, Cheeto. A little bit more shake. Like literally.
Don't question my generational running back, man. I saw firsthand in Houston what he can do.
Oh, let's do it. Oh, man. But shoot, y'all. Hey, you guys want to call it, or what do you guys want to do, man?
I'm ready when you are.
All right, guys. Hey, we appreciate all 31 people that are listening on YouTube and everything else. We got another 20 people on locking in. So we appreciate y'all locking in for our first time on TikTok. I'm like, hey, we appreciate y'all, man. Anything you guys got? Last thoughts? Final thoughts from you guys?
Nope. Leo and I will be on tomorrow night in the Raider Connection along with Jay and Nate. And then Thursday night, Nate and I will be on Raiders Coast to Coast, and Leo will be on as a special guest. So, yes. Make sure you check out that show Thursday night because we're going to do something a little different. We're going to be building our own Raider Room big board for the top
Raider
36.
Room big board, huh?
Players.
You guys are doing the draft, huh? You guys are doing a little draft big board.
Well, no. We're going to do the draft board. We're going to rank the top 36 players in regards of not basically skill level type thing. It's not going to be like, oh, this guy's definitely the number one pick and we're putting him there, and this guy should be the number two. It's going to be based on skill, basically. So, and we'll work with the chat doing it. So that's the game plan for Thursday night. So.
Hey.
Yes.
See you this next weekend. Yes. Big luck. I will be at TMBC Barbecue April 11th. So you will see me down there, man. I'm like, we'll be down there representing the Most Notorious Podcast. We'll be getting some backseat takes, some other takes from other people. I'll be like, shoot, might jump on a couple of podcasts that are going on live with these guys. See what's up. So that way we'll bring you guys live. Yeah. Saturday, I could jump in from my phone. See what's going on. I know Jeff will be on. But hey, y'all.
Doesn't mean I want you.
Ah, you fucking asshole. Hey, man. Thursday night, I'll be back with the Silver and Black Radio podcast crew, man. We're going to be chopping it up, talking everything going on, and a lot of events that we got going on. Actually, got another event. I don't know if Cheeto knows about it. I'll be talking to him about it in the green room. Sacramento is going to be having a. Did you heard that? You heard about it already? Yeah. Yeah, they're going to be having a special event that we're going to be dropping out some information here soon. They're asking us to hold off.
Who's asking us to hold off?
The president, El Presidente.
Really? He
Yeah,
doesn't want it announced already? They have a date and everything.
Oh, they got the date and everything. They're gonna announce it at the barbecue.
They should have told me that yesterday, bro.
It's already been announced. It's all right.
I didn't announce it, but I've already been telling people.
Yeah, I've been telling people too, but I'd be like,
Yeah.
all the formal stuff is gonna be coming out, you know, like
like the flyer and all that.
yeah,
good
all
stuff.
that stuff, all the formal stuff. So you know, so you guys know, in September, MC Raider.
No.
It's in September, right?
Yes, September. Yeah.
Yeah, in September, MC Raider will be up in Sacramento, headlining a comedy show.
I thought he told you not to announce it.
Yeah, well, we're gonna do it now. EBA Sacramento. Hey, they're gonna be having a comedy show. Make sure that you guys stay locked in. Hey, Steven, I spilled the beans. Shoot me later.
Shoot him later, and it was not me, Steven. It was
It was Cheeto. He forced me to.
I did not.
Should have seen the blackmail that he had on me in the back.
Further details to come later. Yes.
Further details to come later for sure. But hey, make sure that you guys hit up that TBH draft party.
Yeah, Romanowski's gonna be there.
Oh no, the one in the Las Vegas, and then we're gonna have one in Sacramento as well.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Romanowski's gonna be there.
at the one in Sacramento, and then at the Palms, we'll be having one for TBH. So make sure you check that one out if you can. Yeah, I like you know. Exactly what Cheeto said. If you
I'm
guys
just mad because I'm not going. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna be in Camarillo. I got invited. I felt that it was cool for a fan to reach out to me and ask me to come host a draft party at his family's restaurant. So I'm gonna go out there and do that.
Hey, well, you're the world famous Cheeto Linus.
Not yet. Remember,
Yeah.
Gabriel said not yet. Gabriel said not yet. When Mariachi tells you you're not world famous yet. Not
Oh, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
But hey, that's fucking badass. You know, I didn't know that you were hosting a little draft party. Let us know about your draft party, bro. Where are you gonna
Yeah,
be?
I'll be there. He has the flyer. I'll get more information, but it's on my Instagram page. It's a draft party coming up. I'll be there doing my show live that day. My girl's gonna come help me sell some of the merch that we have. Andy Reader merch. Those of you who do follow Andy, the Vest Up Nation, who sells the vest, he will be there in attendance as well, selling his stuff. So we'll be in Ventura County, 805 neighborhood. I already hit up 805. He said he's gonna let me know about some spots to go eat and stuff like that. So yeah. So if you're in the Ventura County 805 Camarillo area, make sure y'all come through. We'll put out more information and more flyers as they come.
Hey, and make sure that if you guys show up, support our boy Cheeto Linus. He has a bunch of cool shirts, all sorts of Raider swag that he always has, man. Make sure you hit him up, buy his shirt, man. My man is always putting in work, trying to have the flyest gear for you guys. Cheeto will have a Mendoza jersey ready for you guys.
No, I didn't order those.
No, big luck. He says Mendoza.
No.
We'll have Mendoza.
I have a shirt. I have a shirt, but I don't have a jersey.
But all right, guys. Hey, until next time, stay safe. And what, Jeff?
Go Raiders.
Go Raiders.